If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you. They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motive. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side flyer. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with viewing for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Good morning, Leroy.
Good morning, Tobin.
Good
And
morning,
Vlad.
Good morning, Vlad.
Good morning, Tobin and Leroy.
It's good to
What's
see you.
happening?
Good to see you here on this lovely Monday.
Interesting weekend of sports.
It was an interesting weekend of sports. What tickled your fancy the most?
I watched the Dolphins, and it was almost exactly how I thought it would be. I was good. I was glad to see the O-line moving people,
Yep.
right? Achan had some space in the middle, and that was cool. Caleb Douglas.
Oh, what a
he-
catch.
When I see him running, and they say he ran a 4.2, and so I'm going to say this as crazy as it's going to sound. He looks like a slower Randy Moss. He's built like him.
Oh, excuse me?
But Randy Moss had a different level of speed, right? It was, and then after that first drive, then reality hit it. And here's what the reality is: that they have the depth of a team that couldn't spend 100 plus million.
100%.
And you just got to accept that.
That's
and
why
understand. And there's going to be a lot of decisions they make that might work.
Yep.
But there's going to be a lot that might not. And you have to understand that this is one of the pitfalls of losing $100 million of salary cap, is that you're not very deep. Now, I will say this. They got a lot of young guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to require some of these coaches' best coaching job to get these young men to be able to play at a level that they have not played in their careers. But that being said, I mean, Malik, yikes, that dude's got a hose.
Woo!
And
Real piss whistle, dude.
As soon as Caleb figures out where the field of play is,
That was adorable.
because you know who I thought about, right?
Who'd you think about?
You!
Why?
How did Tobin lose his bet? The yardage was 50 yards or over.
Oh, you're talking about on Kalshi.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he knows the field of play, he gets it
Easy.
easily.
Easy. Yeah. I was Kalshi actually had player props, Vlad. It was like the only place I could find it.
Wait,
and I was like,
Vlad, don't worry, brother. That's the look I gave.
yeah, I know.
We doing Kalshi in preseason.
Preseason week 1?
We have a segment on Gameday Uncensored called Porpoise Props. And
I know. I
in
listen to it all
preseason-
the time, every week.
in preseason, it's hard to find prop bets. Understandably so. They're trying to protect us from ourselves.
Well,
And the only lines Kalshi had were Malik Willis was 50 plus yards. And Quinn Ewers, I mean, he didn't even come close. It was 100+ yards for Quinn Ewers.
You went from a dispensary to get some yard product.
Yep.
Right.
Kalshi never lets you down, dude. If you need action, Kalshi will never let you down.
So and so it was it was pretty amazing. Like, and you could also tell, here's the other reason why you could tell they got no depth. Soon as two guys left on the defensive side of the ball, you had zero defense.
Yeah.
Now, I will taper my enthusiasm for this reason. No starters played on the other side.
That's true. The Commanders sat everybody basically.
But here's
you did what you're supposed to do against them, you know?
Nope, but here's the deal. And here's how you have to look at this. Malik made good decisions, accurate throws, guys made plays. No matter who's playing, those are things you can pull away from the game. Now, the only question that I would have in the future is how this offensive line going to move people when we get to, okay, we're going to put our starters in there for a couple of minutes.
Definitely. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
when they step up in weight class a little bit.
Right. And but other than that, I was pleasantly surprised at how they moved the ball down the field.
Had a little of everything, right?
Huh?
A little of everything.
Like a little bit of everything. I tell you what, I stood up, Vlad, and tipped my beer. And you know what I said? I went, not a damn outside run to be had.
I know, dude.
Right?
Like great.
We not gonna have people movers and then take a fast track.
Let me tell you something, dude.
I was like, I'll be damn. Look at this.
If you
no
caught
sweeps, reverses, quick passes to the outside, none of that. We playing football, baby.
It was a delight. It was a delight. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito, and whatever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. As Leroy said, the Dolphins opened up the preseason. They lose 20-7 in the opener, but I think everybody was goosies galore over the first drive. I mean, it was breathtaking.
It was like I'm not gonna go all that route.
Breathtaking.
Right? But and here's the other thing. You know how there's a guy that walks around, well, they do wireless now, but remember they used to have the guy walk behind the coach with the cord?
Yeah.
Right? There's got to be a guy that walks behind Hafley with a pack of gum, right?
Dude,
he's a chewer. He's a chewer.
They caught him on camera. He was loading up.
Gum nowadays, flavor lasts for like 12 seconds. So he got to be locked and loaded with some gum at all times.
Question, guys.
Yep.
You've seen training camps. We've seen preseason games where the first team, the offense goes down the field, drive and score.
Yeah, because it's basic defense.
Right. We've seen this already.
But Vlad, look at what I pulled out of it. I didn't pull like the result out of it. I pulled the Malik got an arm. He's making good decisions, and guys are making plays. He's throwing balls only where the offensive guy can catch it. So from that standpoint, I'm looking at not the success, but more of the execution. You see what I'm saying? That there wasn't a whole bunch of patting the ball. He knew right away when he needed to take off. He slid, right? He ain't getting touched, right? So there's a lot of things that I took out of that had nothing to do with the score, nothing to do with that first drive. It just the overall, and here's the thing. From the start of the game to the end of that drive, everything looked efficient. Getting the play in, getting out of the huddle, checking, what needed to be done, and then making decisions during the course of the play, right? Like, we're not going to have timeouts in the first drive.
It was great.
And that's what I took out of that.
We do have some breaking news this morning regarding the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, look, Vlad, when I saw the news, looking to smirk. Go ahead.
Chris Bell has been activated off the non-football injury list and is at practice today in a non-contact red jersey.
So
not a padded practice, by the way.
Would you like to know why they did that? I'm gonna give you 2 reasons. Now, I'm not gonna even dispute that he may be back sooner than later. Not gonna dispute that. But part of the reason why you do that is because if there's a chance, if you leave him on IR after a certain date, he got to sit out the first 10 weeks,
right?
6 weeks. I think that's why they did it. It doesn't mean that he's going to play, but it means that he's not that far off, and they want him working with the regular guys.
So he's beating science.
He's not beating science. You don't, Vlad. Take it from a person who's had a lot of surgery. Sometimes you go into surgery to have something done, and the surgeon will come out and say, wasn't as bad as I thought. Case in point, I was supposed to be in this brace for 6 weeks. After the surgery, the doctor said, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Come back in 4 weeks, we'll get you out of that. That doesn't mean it was already predetermined. I'm not beating science. It's what he had to do was not as severe as he thought. So the healing time is shorter. When somebody has ACL surgery or meniscus surgery, you don't know how bad it is until you go in there and look. And that's all that is.
I know, but you did basically say we have new Randy Moss, and now we have new.
I did not.
You kind of said that about Caleb Douglas.
I didn't kind of nothing. I made it perfect. I made it perfectly.
You kind of called him Timu Randy Moss.
You kind of called him Timu Randy Moss. You kind of said that.
But I said he's built like Randy Moss, but I also provided what separates them.
Wow. I mean, we got a quarterback with a hose. We got 2 rookie stud wide receivers.
Tobin's excited. Look at him.
We got an offensive line moving people, and Tua still can't handle a snap. What a time. I mean, what a dichotomy of life right now. What is life?
What is wrong with you?
What a time
these
to be
are all
alive.
people.
The petty's so strong.
These are all like, man. One day I'm gonna introduce you guys to reality and how surgery works.
What?
I try to explain it to you.
Listen, I'll take your word for it.
That sounds like a whole lot of wordplay to say I beat science. No, I didn't.
Well, listen, you explained it very well. I've only taken that you agree he beat science and that
that's it, right. So Vlad, if I give him the medical explanation of what happened, he don't care.
What's the care about?
First of all,
I'm just saying,
Vlad, and I want to thank you for throwing that hand grenade out there.
What?
He said,
that's what he was smiling. Right. You know why he was smiling. This guy, look, he's like, come on, man.
I know it.
So the fact is, after seeing his team, his ones on offense, drive down the field, 14-play drive with a touchdown.
Greatest 14-point loss.
You know what I mean?
He
saw Malik throw. He hears you saying that Caleb is Timu Randy Moss, and the guy that he really wants to see, that every week he's hearing more reports that he's closer and closer and closer to coming back. And then before the second preseason game, he is now out of the PUP and he's able to practice. He's wearing a red shirt, which means at any given moment, I'm not saying this week, but next week, could we see him
here
in the last preseason game?
And
can he be activated to be part of the 53-man roster?
He's going to be part of the – hold on.
So could he
He's going to be part of the 53-man roster.
So could he be playing in September, the first Sunday in September?
No.
Against the Raiders?
I highly doubt it.
I don't know, Leroy. There's been a lot of highly doubting, and all of a sudden it's been verified.
Why?
So excited.
I told you why they took him off PUP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what they're going to do is they want him to work with the regular offense. You can't, when you're on PUP, you can't even practice with the team. So a lot of that is hey, we're going to start ramping him up a little bit and maybe get him some reps and some drills with the team.
Wow.
He's not there yet.
You need a cigarette there, Toby?
Because he's running. Just because he can run, he still got to be able to cut. He still got to be able to, just because you can run, sometimes you concentrate so much on running, you ain't even caring about the football.
I'll tell you who just got cut. Tutu Atwell. See you, dude.
Not yet. Not yet. They're not doing nothing in the wide receiver room.
Chris Bell, man. He's ready to rock. This is so exciting.
He's not ready yet.
So excited. We got new Randy Moss and Chris Bell. Do you remember?
I did not say.
Chris Bell is suiting up for September.
He's singing Michael. Look at him.
Michael.
He's so excited. He's turning to a tangible.
He's singing the elements.
Oh, the elements are lining up, dude.
Do
Wow.
you remember the time? Remember Michael? Do you?
No, he said September. He was singing September.
Did you say September? I thought you said, do you remember?
I did. I said.
He said September. The elements.
Oh, okay, my bad. That's a minus one.
We have to take a couple of points off your black card.
I thought he said, do you remember?
we gonna have to swipe your card. You lose points there.
In fairness,
I thought he said, do you remember?
Okay. No.
In fairness,
He
it was
did
probably
say, do you remember the 21st of September?
Yeah, but Michael said, do you remember the time?
But he didn't say that.
In
He didn't
fairness,
say the time.
I
But
probably
he
he
say
said, it doesn't
when-
matter.
Okay.
Michael starts the song, goes,
Yeah.
do you remember
Yeah.
when we? Yeah. So
Yeah.
when he
No,
said,
no,
do you
no.
remember? I thought he said Michael. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Don't try to take away my black card.
Okay.
Get out of here.
I'm not taking your black card. I'm just swiping you for a couple of credits.
No.
It wasn't egregious that I would take your whole card, but
No.
you yeah.
in fairness, it was probably the most intangible it's ever been sung ever.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Weather, it's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Beat the storm. Schedule your free roof and window estimate today. Call 954-968-8155. 88 degrees and sunny. Got a heat advisory today.
Super.
Oh my goodness. It says sunny conditions will continue all day. The highest feels like temperature will be 99 degrees around 2 p.m. Yikes. The feels like right now is 94.
Feels like 94. You know why? There's no breeze. Nothing is moving. No clouds. No nothing. Just hot.
You know, they're cutting trees around my neighborhood. It's not good.
Why?
I don't know why they're cutting the trees, but I guess they got it. They say they got I don't know, like,
Power lines?
no, not power line. They just get the root. They just got to get rid of them and just start a new one. But it's not good when the sun is out like right now and it's just
Yeah, no
beaming
shade.
on you. No
Yeesh.
shade.
All right, we'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this.
WQAM.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy back with you here on a Monday. Hey, Taste That the Track is returning to Gulfstream Park on August 29th with the Taste of Havana, and we've got your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to go. Just enter on the contest page at WQAM.com. Get to a little 15 minutes of Gameday Uncensored here, sponsored by the invitation to the Lexus Summer Sales Event. Get offers on select models now through August 31st as the Dolphins had their first preseason game. Some news. We told you about the breaking news this morning. They've activated Chris Bell off the non-football injury list. He is at practice today. No pads today. They'll have the joint practice with the Giants later on this week. Preseason game will be on Saturday. But he is out there practicing with his teammates. Very exciting. They also, a couple of injury notes, they lost offensive lineman Jamari Sawyer for the season. So another veteran offensive lineman that the Dolphins bring in will not really play for them. So that's a bummer.
Yeah. But it was for the Chiefskis, right?
I think he was for the Chiefskis. I don't remember exactly what he signed for, but
you know who got hurt, Vlad? Jamal Adams.
Yeah, you know who just got hurt now? Brees Hall.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
What?
Brees Hall went down.
Non-contact injury.
Non-contacts are the worst.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Tobin, I've been telling you this for years. It's the cleats they're wearing.
Really?
Yes.
Apparently
because
it was.
Keep in mind, in football, you have round cleats, right? You always have round cleats. In baseball, you had the square ones or the ones that were diagonal. Now they're putting those baseball things on the bottom of football shoes. And it's almost too much. Like you need grip, but your foot and everything needs to be able to turn, hence the round spikes.
Well, according to Aaron Glenn, he has a groin strain. Some people were worried, obviously, when you see non-contact that it would have been worse, but that's still terrible.
Oh, you said groin?
Sucks. Groin strain is what he says, Vlad.
Vlad.
He's sweating.
I've never heard of a non-contact groin.
That's what he says he's got. Well, apparently it was raining today in at training camp there, so
he might have slipped.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Leroy. I've never heard of a non-contact groin.
Have you ever heard of a non-contact groin injury?
Not a fun one.
I blew up my.
Jamal Adams, by the way, that was on the MetLife turf, was it not?
Yeah, the turf that takes lives and souls and careers. Schmeathan is absolutely right. That field needs to go to prison. That field needs to be burnt, bring in new grass, everything.
I'm telling you, it has more to do with the shoes that they're wearing.
Well,
but that field's taking that turf is taking many lives.
There's a couple of fields that, for reasons I can't explain, are just considered bad.
What's the scariest thing right now? Is it the MetLife turf or is it the 49ers training camp facility?
49ers. Those waves, you can't play with electrical stimulation.
That's what happens when you built it for the Chiefskis.
It reminds me of did you guys ever watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah, some of it.
His brother, he always thought the waves were like getting to him. He was paranoid. He like pulled out all the electricity in his house because he just kept thinking that it was messing with his brain. Like that's what I think of when I see the electrical substation at the 49ers facility. The other piece of news, the Dolphins re-signed quarterback Mark Gronowski because Quinn Ewers hurt his groin during the Dolphins game.
Hey.
Because he stunk. So maybe
that's not what I was going to say. They re-signed that other quarterback because Quinn Ewers was not good.
Yeah, he was Quinn P. Ewers. He was terrible. Not fun at all.
But this goes to show you, right? You know, with fans, and right now they're doing this with Shedeur, right? Why don't you just throw him in there and see what he could do? If he's not ready, he's not ready. And there was no reason in hell Quinn Ewers should have been starting in the NFL last year. But They threw him in there to see what he could do. The coaches already knew what he could do. And so Like, be careful with that. Be careful with just, let's just throw him in and see what he could do. No, these coaches see these guys every day. If there was any other option when they're struggling, believe me, they would use it. So when a coach is fighting, playing somebody, it's not because he don't like him. That's what fans think. Oh, he's not playing Shador and he's playing Dylan Gabriel because he don't like Shador. No, that's not it. After the season, we figure out Shador said, I never had to read a defense, right? And one of the things they said he had to learn how to do was get a team in and out of the huddle quick enough so he can get to the line of scrimmage and make adjustments. The number one actual rule of quarterbacking.
Well, I saw
that come out. So you see Quinn Ewers, now everybody want to say he sucked. No, he doesn't suck. He's just not ready.
Or he's just Quinn Ewers.
Right. But for fans to think, let's just throw him in and see what he could do. These coaches already know.
Speaking of not reading a defense, I saw that deep ball that Shador tried this weekend.
Again,
wow.
Like it's and the unfortunate thing is, right, is that you have people sometimes in the organization that'll come and tell a coach, hey, just put him in and see what he could do. And as a coach, you're like, I already know what he could do. That's why he wasn't playing. Like, these coaches know. These coaches understand. Because guess what? Forget we want to win and we want to lose. His job is on the line. Because if he go out there and they struggle and you got a quarterback in there that can't do the basic stuff at quarterback, the fans don't want to hear that. The fans ain't going to say, well, he ain't got a quarterback. No, they say this coach sucks.
Speaking of coaches, Jeff Hafley, we was very happy. The thing that he was most happy about was the team's physicality. Here's what the Dolphins head coach had to say on Sunday.
It was awesome. I mean, the one thing I am so proud of is, even starting in the practice, our run defense, it was physical. I thought that our ones versus their ones, they had a tough time running the ball, and our run defense showed up. The interior guys they were squeezing. We were setting edges. Chop was violent. I thought the linebackers did a good job. I thought the safety showed up. And now, all that being said, that wasn't live. So take all that practice, and it is what it is. We didn't have to tackle anybody to the ground, and we got to the game, and I thought the same. While there were mistakes, and we have got to be more detailed, and we got to clean up some of the penalties, we played physical from the start to the end.
Oh, wow. Exciting.
As I told you, that was the first thing I noticed.
It was hard not to notice it.
The people movers were moving people. Now, we're going to put it, and here's what you have to do. You got to put it in context. But the attitude, it doesn't matter who you're playing, right? The physicality, it doesn't matter who you're playing. As the competition rises, though, they ain't going to just let you push them around. But you still got to have the same attitude. I really like Proctor and how he worked with the guard and center. I mean, with the tackle in the center. Like, they're
Jonah looked good too. Jonah had a couple of moments.
He looks very, you know what? Let's put it this way. Whether he looked better or not, the one thing that I've always emphasized is he looks comfortable. And that goes a long way. He does it, like when he was on the left side, didn't he kind of look awkward?
Yes.
Right. So, like, yeah, I really am. I was very happy to see that, and you saw that early, right? HM, background 5, 8, 9, like, yeah. So I like the fact that they were able to go out there and get some confidence. It's a good teaching thing to say, hey, this is what we need to do. Everybody understands what the competition look like and what it's going to look like come the first week of September. And you just build on it. You build that attitude. And it's not their fault. You as a coach, you make it, no, we do this against anybody. It don't matter who we're playing. We play with this attitude.
Yeah,
and we'll see.
The ones can play with the attitude.
Well, yeah, we know that. We know
The
that. Like
twos and the
we've already.
threes?
Hey, Vlad, it was the like.
You
It
need an
was
attitude
the
adjustment.
first. It was the first thing I noticed. But again, this team looks like they only had 170, 180 million to spend, and everybody else had 300.
Yeah, so
That's what it looked like.
when 6 out of 10 guys are on prove it deals, like that's what it is. There's a reason they're proving something.
And when most of your guys playing were draft picks the last couple of years, that's another one.
But those young guys who showed up, that was fun. Like that was
Yeah.
an exciting thing for sure. We'll take a break. More to get to on a busy weekend in South Florida sports. Marlins, big series win against the Reds. They got biggest series of the season coming up against the Phillies. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Marlins, they got themselves a win yesterday, 7-1 over the Cincinnati Reds.
Hey,
and they take 2 out of 3.
you know what I was doing in front of my TV in that 8th inning or the 9th inning?
What's that?
I
Oh,
need you. I need you. He was warming up. It was 2-1. 2 outs. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates.
floodgates opened.
They've done that now twice, right? In the last week, where the game was close and they just.
Well, both games this weekend, yeah. I mean, they came back. They lost 1-0 on Friday night, losing the Sandy Star, which really hurt. And Rod kept making this point yesterday. He's like, listen, you can't lose 2 out of 3 in a series where you have Sandy and Yuri starting. You just can't do it.
Right.
And Yuri was out there. You know, it was not like his typical dominant stuff, but I thought that was maturity because he still got through it, not giving up anything. you know, so
he threw a lot of pitches, but he got through it with no runs.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty mature outing from him, and it was super close. And then you got the huge hit from Agustin Ramirez. Gus Bus was finally revved up. Big shot for him. And then Javier Sanoja with a big blast to break it wide open for the Fish. Unfortunately, the Phillies came back to beat the Twins yesterday. So the Marlins remain 3 back of them in the final wildcard spot. Now that series will get going tonight. And biggest series of the season coming up here on the road in Philadelphia. You're going up against their ace tonight in Christopher Sanchez. Jansen Junk is on the hill. 6:40 is your first pitch, but the bats do feel a little bit more alive, Leroy.
Any word on Max Myers?
No. Usually though, I think usually I think it's the first series of that they usually give updates on injuries. Okay. So maybe they'll give something new. Maybe it's the first one on homestand.
Yuri, I didn't even know it was a rule, but Yuri always gets caught with the too much time thing and giving bases and stuff like that.
I don't know. I think he's really improved on holding runners this year. I know that they were having serious pitch comm issues, so I don't know if that was messing with him a little bit. But yeah, that I think that might have been part of what. But he started off the game with it. It was with the pitch clock, with the pitch clock violation, which got
put somebody on base
for the walk. Yeah. So. Yeah. But he got through it. He made it happen, and they needed that yesterday because though they haven't been very good on the road. I mean, you could afford losing 2 out of 3 to Philly, but you're going to start putting a pretty big gap between yourselves. You obviously can't afford getting swept by them. I mean, that would just devastate you in this race.
Just keep winning series. Keep winning
series.
That's it. That's all you can
win
do.
the series. That's a monster step for this team.
I mean, you can't expect to make all the games up in one series, but you just keep winning series, you can make up ground.
Yep. No, agreed. It was great to see them pull it out yesterday and to see the bats. Edilberto Hernandez with a huge hit on Saturday, and a nice one. They needed it.
Yep.
They needed it when they won 8-4 on Saturday, 7-1 yesterday, and then lose a frustrating one on Friday, 1-0.
Does this team take you through all your emotions, not only in a game but in a month?
Yes.
Like you're, holy smokes! It's like, but then it's like I can't quit you. I got to keep looking.
Yeah, there's nothing to quit. They're right there.
Right.
I think that for them to still be hanging around, even though they were dead in the water.
Like, it's just like you get frustrated.
You sound like you're in an abusive relationship, Leroy, with the Marlins.
It is. How you expect a team to go like 20-6 in 1 month and then lose 12 straight? You're messing with my emotions.
They get you up. They
get me up. Right. They go. It's almost like I turned on the TV and one of the Marlins look up at the TV and say, "Hey, big fella, you might feel a little pinch after this one."
Yep.
Right. Like, because Oh man. Hey, you know what? Good for those. You know what I like? Nothing makes me feel better than they try to teams try to take the rules and go to the edge. So they take the guy, move him way over by second base, but not on the other side, and then give up a hit where the second baseman should have been. That makes me feel
the
so
Fugazi
good.
shift.
Yeah. They're playing him to pull, and then he hits one to the right side, and everybody's shocked.
Yep.
I
What do you
love
mean he
that.
went the other way. That's great.
Right.
It was great. So, it's going tonight, 6:40, 6 o'clock. We'll get you going. Marlins on deck. Stephen Schramm will have your call, and it'll be Jock McMullen and Rod Allen with your call from Citizens Bank Park, where and then after that, they got a home series. They're off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, and then they're back home for a 6-game homestand against the Nationals and Red Sox. Red Sox, who do the Red Sox have tonight? I think they have the Diamondbacks. So we got
they have do they have the Diamondbacks?
Yes, they have the Diamondbacks, which is the other team in front of the Marlins. So kind of need to root for Boston, unfortunately, tonight. And then you could take care of them. They had the greatest month of July, ever. And now they've slowed up a little bit.
So when the Marlins aren't the only team doing this.
Dog days. Yeah,
Boston's doing it too.
Both teams started out the same. They struggled.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Boston was terrible to start the season. Boston was terrible. And then they completely.
Boston's July was even better than the Marlins' June.
Yep. So they'll be in town after the National Series this weekend. And we'll see if the fish can hang in this thing. But it's this one, it's as big as it gets tonight. Division rival, team right in front of you. You don't
have success against.
Don't have success against, but you did just finally win a series against them for the first time in 3 years. So maybe you got some of that mental block out of you. You got Sandy going on Wednesday. You just got to win. If you can win one of these non-Sandy starts, and hopefully they don't do Sandy dirty like they did this past Friday. When you're a pitcher and you're just I lose 1-0, you're like, come on, man.
Yeah, but it's not like the other pitcher wasn't as good. It was
that dude has been really good for Cincinnati.
Yeah, when it's ace
that's
versus
the thing
ace,
he was dealing too. They don't call him pitchers duels for nothing.
I know. I'm just saying it was a tough one. You always want to try and get those. Oh, he's going up against Nola, who always is a pain in the ass in the fish's side. I guess you can't be a pain in the ass in the side. You only can be a pain in one place. Thorn in the side, pain in the ass. You guys get it. You get it.
I mean, I love the way you just figured that work through that yourself.
Thank you.
Because we didn't really,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You didn't really have to.
No, I felt like I had to.
Right. Well, the thing about this show is if you say something like that, you always have to look up and make sure that nobody's. What?
That's on me.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. I don't need to look at anybody else. Be like, hey, nope, I missed that. I dropped the ball on that one.
So the Dolphins play at home this week.
So do the Marlins.
I
Both
think
at the
more
same
people.
time.
I think people are fired up about the Dolphins.
Both at this. No, but what makes it worse also is that they're playing the Giants. So New Yorkers are going to come down to this game and watch the game if they live down here.
Preseason? Might be the only.
They might be the only chance they get to see the Giants.
What'd you see? Do you see Jackson Dart got lit up again this weekend?
Oh my!
Dude, can I just tell you that running back whiffed? He ain't even make the dude break stride. You don't never want to be that guy. Never want to be that guy.
Well, he's upset now because he feels like he's new poster child for the concussions.
Then stop getting concussed.
He's like, I don't understand why I have to go in the tent all the time.
Because you had Tweety birds flying around your head for 4 times last year.
That sounds they like a person who's concussed. They wouldn't understand because they're concussed.
Hey, listen. Here's the deal. If you don't want them to give you a little looky-loo, then bounce up. Don't play dead on the field. When he laid on the ground, right, and didn't move for a couple of seconds, everybody made that conclusion. So pop right up, walk it off, or if you lay there for I don't know how many seconds, somebody upstairs is going to say, uh-oh, check him. So that's on him. If you're okay, get up. If you're not, lay on the ground like you did.
This is Jackson Dart upset with the protocols.
As far as the blue tent, like I really respect the rules and the thought behind, NFL has of keeping players healthy and reviewing things, but at the same time, I'm still puzzled by it just feeling like every time that I get hit, I just find my way in there, which at times I still try to wrap my head around, but that's all that I'm going to say about that situation. I'm really happy with how the drive ended.
You know what he's getting married to, right? He's not gonna get married at a cathedral. He's gonna get married in that blue tent. He's always in the blue tent, and his best man Scatterboo, and his best man Scatterboo will be right there next to him.
Scatterboo's for sure for getting the ring.
I have a feeling Scatterboo's going to be like juggling rings and doing backflips. Like, just like, no, sorry, I feel that way. They do it to themselves. But again, like, what does a boxer do when he get hit and everybody go, oh, what does he do? Shake it off. He don't take a knee. So when you watch the play and he gets hit and he lays on the ground for a couple of seconds, right? Everybody's like, uh-oh, he got concussed again. It wasn't just the people now, if you the league, you go, well, we got to check him out. He didn't pop right up.
Yeah, when you say in your own statement, I'm puzzled, that's exactly the problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think that you can complain if he were watching that and it was somebody else, you wouldn't just come to the conclusion that he was okay, because he laid down for a couple of seconds. And in football, that's a long time when you hurt.
He got lit up. He did. He did. It wasn't like it was a soft hit. He got lit up.
Hey,
that was flush.
Yeah. By the way, there's a number one rule in football, right? You protect inside out. That means that a pass rusher can run around you, but should never go to your inside. That DB came in with zero resistance inside of that running back.
Man.
Like, yeah. At that point, like, offensive lineman would tackle him.
Well,
just not on my watch. I take the 15 yards versus the blue tent guy.
Handsome Daffy says what he said was something Tua would have said. Twins.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take a break. Back after this.
Text WQAM on the count.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Happy to be with you here on a Monday. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Leroy, can we get a weather update, please? Brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Hurricane season is here. Make sure your roof and windows are ready. Call 954-968-8155 for a free estimate.
No clouds in the sky. It is sunny. Light breeze. If it's 5 miles an hour, that'll be, high. And it's 90 degrees. And it's smoldering hot out there.
Yeah. Brutal out. The headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Marlins, they take 2 out of 3 from the Reds. They win 7-1 yesterday. They take on the Phillies. Start a series, 3-game series with them tonight. You can hear that here on WQAM. The Pinks! They lost to Nashville SC this weekend 4-1. 3 straight losses for the Pinks, though not all of them in MLS play, but that one would have, I think, got them back to first place. So they're reeling a little bit. They'll get back on track. All right, they're the champs. The Dolphins, they got some great news today. They activated wide receiver Chris Bell off the non-football injury list. Yesterday, they signed back quarterback Mark Gronowski, who was there earlier with them because Quinn Ewers has a banged-up groin. And they also lost offensive lineman Jamari Salyer for the season. So no bueno there. We got to mention this. Vlad sent me during the break, just the memes on Tua had himself a weekend, dude. I mean, the internet
weekend at Tua's.
Dude, the weekend, the internet took such joy. Tua stunk up the joint in his preseason debut with the Falcons. And I don't know if he's just completely cooked, Leroy. I don't know what's going on. I mean, like, he always drops snaps. Like, he did it the second play of the game. He fumbled the snap, which is, listen, it's not as easy when you're at home, eating your bag of chips. It's not as easy to handle those things. So he does that, but this like the numbers on his throws. This was from Warren Sharp. Tua threw 5 passes, 0 attempts traveled even 5 yards in the air. All 5 were underthrows. He averaged minus 0.2 air yards, the lowest of any QB in the preseason. He threw all of them to Kyle Pitts. One of them was one of those flip-de-doo passes. He was under duress, but also he looks like if anybody comes near him, he's just done. Like, he's just not dealing with it anymore. And like, there was a one point, did you see Vlad on the sidelines when like Kyle Pitts just points to him? And like, I don't know if he just happened to be doing that and it just got turned into a meme, but it looks like it's just like him, just like, you believe this guy stinks.
This is the guy we got. That was that like type of point and look.
Kyle Pitts gonna get a lot of throws to him this year if it keeps up like that. But dude, Falcons fans, and I know Leroy's got no love lost for Atlanta. Dude, Falcons fans are losing their minds already with Tua.
Of course.
It's not like Penix is any better.
Right.
Can't even get out there. He's not officially
like one of the things that you have to understand about teams with weapons, right? You better have a strong enough arm to get it to those weapons who can fly. And if you can't, it's going to be figured out right away. So I don't know if he don't have the arm to get the ball down the field, like what they're going to do, because you ain't going to have all that horsepower outside and be throwing dinks and dunks.
Right. He was it was rough. And honestly, it's tough to feel this because I used to root for Tua, man. Like, I liked Tua. I wanted Tua to work out.
You rooted for Tua because he played for the Dolphins.
Yes, but also, like, I think there was part of the thing with Tua that also was a huge national spotlight all the time, but also, listen, the guy came back from everybody thinking he was cooked to
there was a national spotlight around Tim Tebow. It doesn't mean you can
play.
Come
on, he's not Tim Tebow though, dude. He led the league in passing.
Again, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that just
People
because
let
he
him
was
to a
high
playoff
claim
final.
doesn't mean that he can play.
Here's
Well,
what
I
it
mean-
was. Tua was highly regarded because he played at the time the most prominent college football program with the biggest head coach, with the biggest star. He played for Alabama. So, and the fact that the way he won, the way he was introduced to us
Was
that
in the
national
championship game taking
game.
over for Jalen Hurts.
So
Yeah,
he
but
was
also-
already right. He was already heralded going into Alabama. We all know he had to wait for Jalen. Then he outplayed Jalen, won the national championship, and then that was it. That was it. From then on, he was either gonna, when he does well, he's gonna be highly praised. If he does bad, he's gonna be highly criticized, and that's been it.
Yeah, but that, and also he kind of changed how people thought about Alabama quarterbacks too, because they were mostly like, we're dinks and dunker game managers or runners first, and
they
he
weren't-
was
yeah,
he
they
was
weren't.
he was letting it rip down the field like before he was completely cooked on his athleticism. But it is like, I can't lie, it is a relief. Like, it's not a thing that you have to deal with anymore, because thinking about this all of last year, and you think to that first Indianapolis game and what a disaster it was.
Right.
And yeah, he just doesn't look like he's got it anymore. He looks like he's completely physically shot.
Is this
Tobin,
a
before that-
lesson for all teams that if you physically don't look like you can play the position, that maybe you should just pass?
Yeah, probably.
If he physically can't play, because you can't say he can't play the position, because when
No.
he played the position.
What I said was, if you physically don't look like you can play the position, should you just pass? And what I was saying, the
you're
reason
talking-
why I say that is because Tua came into the league hurt.
Well, that's the thing, Leroy. So this is why I think Tobin and a lot of Dolph fans were they were extra to root for Tua, because remember, going in with the hip injury, there was a lot of doubt on him, a lot of doubt, and because when you realized Burrow was going to go to Cincinnati, it was between Herbert and Tua. People knew more of Tua than they
Correct.
did of Herbert, because Herbert played in the Pac-10 or the Pac-12 at the time, and you saw Tua all the time, and Tua won in big games.
Yeah, but
In retrospect, a lot of people thought, hey, get the guys other than Tua, but because Tua was the name, and there was the tank for Tua, it was all right. We're gonna pick Tua, and because you guys selected Tua, and he was hurt, it was gonna be more so. All right, we want this guy to come back, get healthy, and prove all the naysayers wrong.
But I think
and when he did, everybody was happy.
I think the thing though, Vlad, is like, yes, he obviously is a guy who's always been susceptible to injuries, but it's impossible not to look at what happened with the concussions and be like, that completely.
No, it did. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
it helped,
talking about a
but
guy who's
how
already
about
hurt.
It
just
completely warped him.
his physical attributes needed to be at full power just for him to be able to compete.
Yeah,
So
his
he's
margin for error.
a smaller guy. If he loses any power, it's going to be a struggle. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened with his arm, with his legs, I'm not even talking about the concussions.
But they're also part of it too, because it's
Yeah.
like he's because then it comes to, well, he's not going to move at all, and he just looks like a guy he doesn't even want to be out there.
And it got to the point, guys, everybody's looking for anything he said or did to criticize him.
He
Because
made it
that's
very
when it
easy.
is. When the injuries happen, and then to me, it started to turn after that Christmas loss to the Packers. I think that's when everybody started to me, that's when everything started to turn on to it. Was like I don't want to say nitpicking, but everything he did was going to be criticized.
Right.
And then last season, he didn't help matters when,
Last year was a season.
Cunio
for
asked him a
Jason.
simple question on the sideline, and then he's like opening Pandora's box, letting us into things that weren't even asked. It was like, okay, what's going on with him? So it took a while. It took a while for the love affair to end, but it just seems very
but it's
crazy
hard-
right now how y'all turned on him.
It's hard not to feel like a relief though, because you see how Malik Willis plays in that first drive, and he's just flinging the ball with ease, and the offense is moving, and he's out there, and you're just like, oof, yeah.
And he's more
definitely-
comfortable in his skin than Tua. I don't think Tua is ever comfortable down here.
I think
Malik
Tua-
is absolutely comfortable being himself.
Well, I think
Tua- tried so hard to be what everybody wanted him to be, as far as how he talked, some of the things he said, that you can always tell when somebody's outside their comfort zone, because they end up saying things that come across the wrong way, right? If you just say what you want to say and it's genuine, nobody's going to care. But Tua always tried to, like, when he talked, there was a level of, he could never get comfortable and just be him. He was always trying to be something somebody else wanted to be. Case in point, have you ever met a quarterback that didn't get up on the podium and say, I got to be me, right? Tua's always like, oh, well, I got to run more. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do. Just play quarterback. Don't worry about what people think. He was so worried about, oh, well, I guess I better slide. We got to a point where we were cheering a man running for a 2-yard run and slide. Come on.
Well,
it's crazy.
This was him after the dud that he had in his preseason opener.
Definitely not up to standard, not even up to par. You know, we'll start with the first drive. Was the second play, just being able to catch the snap. You know, little things like that. You know, I was thinking about it, like, what we put out there is not a reflection of the hard work that we've put in the first 2 weeks, you know, into training camp, and it does no justice for, you know, the work that our coaches as well, you know, have implemented. So, you know, it starts with me. I got to be better with that. You know, I thought off of that play, we kind of got out of the rhythm. You know, I think we could have had a pretty decent play off of the screen going to B-Rob and kind of getting everything going from there. So, starts with me, and I got to be better. That's it.
You know what? Come out and say, I sucked. We ain't going to do nothing if I play like that. End of conversation, walk off the stage. Stop trying to explain it. He always trying to explain it.
Because then when you do that, then I'm going to come at you at, hey, why are you dancing like that? Because if you stunk like that, I don't want to see you dancing during practice. I don't want to see you doing old school hip-hop moves.
I think the dance is from the Dolphins. I don't think that's new video.
Is that the Dolphins? Yeah. I thought it was the Falcons, but maybe it was the Dolphins.
No, Quinn Ewers is in that video, but it was funny.
Oh,
like he was,
oh my God.
All of the videos that went crazy this weekend. So
we're from 3 years ago.
No, I mean there were new ones this weekend. The one where he's getting pointed at by Kyle Pitts is hilarious.
It's like, just like, again, I had my questions and told me you knew why, right? I'm not big on signing a guy that high or spending a lot of money. I had the same problem with the Browns. Why would you give a guy $230 million and you know he's going to be out for a substantial amount of time the first year, and you already got rid of your quarterback, right? Like, it makes no sense. You're wasting money just from that perspective. The same thing with Tua, right? This is not an organization that was known to stay with what they said they were going to do, what their plan was, right? So why not just get the quarterback that's going to be able to play right away?
Oh, wow. You know what? Schmiethen's right. I never saw the video. I saw the still shot. It's not Kyle Pitts. It's Michael Penix, which is even funnier. He's right. Listen, you got to get your knees right, dude.
Yeah, you can't have the injury guy making fun of another injury guy. Woo. 2 injuries don't make a positive.
Tough weekend. Tough weekend for Atlanta.
Yeah, it what makes it worse is that all those people in the locker room know Penix, right? So when he's telling jokes, they laughing. When Tua tell a joke, they ain't laughing yet because he ain't done nothing for them. And that's kind of how that goes.
Well, before the season even kicks off, everyone's making predictions. Who wins the division, who makes the playoffs, and who's lifting the trophy at season's end on Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. You can trade those predictions in a live market. Everybody may be feeling a little froggier about the Dolphins after this preseason opener this past week. You know, we had a lot of fun watching that opening drive. And if you think that Miami can surprise and make the playoffs, that's currently trading at 9%. So a $100 trade gets you a payout of over $1,000. But you don't even have to do that. Even if you're just optimistic, you think, hey, I think Miami can win 6 games. 6 or more is trading at 29%. So a $100 trade gets you $350 on the payout. On Kalshi, you're trading against your peers in the live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probabilities change, you can buy in and out of your position. You download the Kalshi app, use my code Tobin to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions to eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Hey, Taste of the Track is returning to Gulfstream Park on August 29th with the Taste of Havana. We've got your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to go. Enter at the contest page at WQAM.com. The Dolphins have wrapped up another day of practice. No pads today over at Miami Gardens. The big news today, Chris Bell, Miami Dolphins' 3rd-round pick, the Louisville wide receiver, was activated, according to Chris Perkins. You can, of course, hear every week on Gameday Uncensored. Every week, he wore a non-contact red jersey. He did individual drills, but did not participate in 11-on-11. Very banged-up practice. No Quinn Ewers, no Jordan Brooks, no Zach Sealer, no Kenneth Grant, no Juju Brents, no Zeke Biggers, no linebacker Ronnie Harrison Jr., Cleveland Farrell, we know, is out for a little bit, and tight end Ben Simmons all missed practice. And according to Perk, Caleb Douglas left Monday's practice with the trainer briefly, but he says that he went to a place where hydration issues are often treated. So it sounds like, got to stay hydrated, champ.
Gotta stay hydrated.
It's hot out. It's hot.
Sounds like a lot of your defensive line is hurt.
Yep. You're not kidding, Vlad. That's a lot of the mainstays up there. A lot of reps for Jordan Phillips. It sounds like today.
The big uns.
It is. So that's that. Stock up, stock down.
No.
Oh, yeah. Buddy, let's go.
Stock up. Chop Robinson. According to Perk, Robinson had 2 sacks today and possibly another sack as he continues his hot stretch that began last week and continued through the joint practice in Washington and the game versus Washington. Robinson has done well against the run and pass. How about that? Chop, chop. Stock down. Intangibles. Safety Michael Taff. Perk says there appear to be. He was a draft pick out of Texas. Tangible safety.
What round?
5th? I want to say he was 5th.
So you draft somebody in the 5th round. You do realize that starting off his NFL career, he's going to have a lot of stock down.
Maybe so.
Because he needs development. That's what 5th round says, right?
Well, he's got tremendous NFTF, as intangibles will. So, there is that. He's had some big plays in practice. And listen, he's I mean, we've already talked about the depth of this team. You're one ankle twist away from Dante Trader being out and he being your starter.
Yeah, but you can only be as good as you could be.
Whatever, dude, his stock is down. That means at one point his stock was up.
No. Never seen him on stock is up because I would have said, who?
He's definitely been on stock up. He's had good practices. It's been a thing.
Yeah, but like if he had consistently good practices all the time, he wouldn't have got drafted in the 5th round.
What?
Like we gotta put everything in context.
5th rounders can shine. It's happened before.
It's happened, but part of the reason why they get drafted in the 5th round is for other stuff. It ain't because of their athletic ability. If you get drafted in the 5th round or later rounds, it's because you got potential, but you need development. And now we're not giving these kids the opportunity to develop because this team needs the safety, so you better just ball out.
Intangible DBs live in the 5th round, dude.
And how many of them start right away?
I don't know, but how many of them go to a team with $100 million in dead cap?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he can only be as good as he can be.
I don't understand. First off, you don't. This is why you're a fraud. Let me just say something.
I'm not a fraud.
This is why you're a fraud.
Okay.
You don't even like stock up, stock down.
No.
But you have rules for stock up, stock down.
No, I'm just saying. No, here's what I'm saying.
You sneakily like it. You like it. Just say you like the segment.
If you had drafted a guy in the 1st round, I could understand that. But drafting the guy in the 5th or 6th round and then demanding that he always have stock up is crazy.
Okay, but this would be like you saying, I'm not a fan of Star Wars movies. And then you have like all these critiques as to why, because you went and watched Star Wars and you're like, Yoda doesn't even make sense. He can't move like that. He's old.
For a fan to demand that a drafted guy drafted late in the round should be out there performing as a starter is crazy.
I didn't even get to read what Perk wrote. Maybe he made a good
point. I don't care.
He called you Leroy fraud.
I just think that it's ridiculous. He's like, I don't
Go
even
ahead.
like stock.
Go ahead then. Let's not have any context to any of these players. They all should be Hall of Famers today.
You're literally not even letting me give context because you think
Go ahead.
you're
There
like
should
you
be
didn't.
none. There's no context you put on it. When
Stock
you say
down.
the guy sucked today,
That's not how stock down works. It's not, oh, that guy sucked today. That's not what that means.
same difference to me.
Okay, well, that's not true.
Okay, go.
Perk writes, there appeared to be a few plays in which he was late on coverage Monday in practice and Friday versus Washington. It's not a huge deal because Taft won't be a starter once Dante Trader returns.
Because he needs development. So why are you giving, if you know this beforehand, why the hell are you giving him stock down?
Gotta keep
He's
him honest.
already stock down. He started stock down because he was drafted in the 5th round. He ain't ready.
Gotta keep him honest.
Oh my goodness. You see, it's kind of being a hypocrite here.
Nope.
Oh, he won't be out there when the starters come back, but I'm going to still get his ass for stock down. Yeah, of course.
You don't get the game.
Oh, man. I wish I could take the rules that y'all put on football players and put it in the regular world for your job and see if your feelings wouldn't get hurt or you'll cry or you like, be patient, right? Like, I'm not saying the guy's any good or any bad. I'm just saying when you say this about a 5th rounder, you're assuming he should be better.
You have to scour all of the market. You can't just have the blue chip stocks. Like, that's not how the stock market works.
But
you gotta find
the higher you drafted, the more demand that's put on you. Okay? When you're drafted in the 5th round, if you make the team because of special teams, that's an accomplishment. And then at some point, maybe you can become a starter.
Mm-hmm.
But to say, oh, this 5th rounder sucks. Well, yeah, they drafted him like he needed some development.
No,
That's
it
all I'm
sucks.
saying. Put everything in context.
Just because your stock is down doesn't mean you suck. It means that you just had a down day.
But then you followed up by saying, but soon as everybody gets healthy, he won't be in there to worry about it.
Is that a problem?
That's the epitome of knowing that he was. That's low-hanging fruit right there. That's going after low-hanging fruit. When you know a kid's not good enough to play, but you still gonna go at him anyway, and then say and finish it up with, don't worry, when the other guys get here, he won't be out there.
Huh.
Really? You don't think that's low-hanging fruit? We knew this when they drafted him.
I think you're just dwelling on it too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay. I got you.
Just I don't understand for a segment that you for a segment and bit you don't
So you
like.
could put-
You have a lot of
listen,
rules.
There is no rules other than when you draft somebody late to then turn around and treat them like they should be starting is a bit unfair.
All right.
That's it.
So you want fair stock, fair stock.
No,
up,
I
stock
want
down.
you to put everything in context and say, guess what?
Mhm.
This guy's drafted in the 5th round. This is about what we should expect from him.
All right, so let me get this straight. So Tom Brady, all of a sudden, he never has to have his stock down because he was drafted in the 6th round.
Nobody even really considered Tom Brady an option until he started playing and they won the Super Bowl.
I don't know what you're doing.
They were like, when he came in, they go, oh no, the Patriots is done. They got to play a 7th rounder. And they ended up winning. Like, yeah.
What's the round that I could give somebody stock up, stock down that you don't think is bullying?
The higher your investment, the more critical you can be.
Give me a round.
So if you said Caden Proctor or you said Rodriguez was 2nd round.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's those two.
But think about this. And then there's these situations. Bell was going to be a 1st rounder, but he ended up going in the 3rd, right? There were some issues with Caleb Douglas, but he ended up going in the 3rd round also.
I don't think there were issues. I think people actually thought he was a reach at 3.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay. But again, it gets to a point where every round says something about why you were picked there. And you just at least have to acknowledge what those reasons are. Somebody that gets drafted in the 5th or 6th round, if he ends up starting, you struck gold. But if not, understand that's a development guy.
I thought as a team, you want everybody to be treated the same. Everybody held accountable.
Okay. All right. Now you just being stupid.
I'm not being stupid.
Yes,
I'm just very confused by it. Vlad, this is a lot of rules for a segment. He
I
does.
love
It's
the
not
name
a lot of
calling.
rules.
Called him a fraud. He's calling you stupid. I love the name calling. Football.
So wait. So you're telling me that I should expect the same amount of production from a 1st rounder as I do a 5th rounder?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if somebody's
what's the problem with me saying he needs development? Why are you attacking the kid knowing that he has some shortcomings? That's why he was drafted in the 5th round.
That's not how the stock at any price, and it could still go down even if it started lower.
Okay, I got you. All right.
I mean, he's right. That is true. A stock can go up or down no matter where you
whatever the buy-in price is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Like I love this. I really love this.
Doesn't sound like you do.
You have knowledge of what these players are expected to be, but you don't want to hear that because if they not if they not performing the way you want them to perform, you don't care where they got drafted.
I think you're making this too deep. Like, it's not about what their careers are going to be, because he could have a stock update tomorrow and you'd be like, well, so if he has a stock update tomorrow, shouldn't that be even extra stock?
I'm going to say the same thing.
Pick?
I'm going to say the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I don't think he's going to pretty much ever give him a stock up when he said, don't worry, when the other guys come back, he won't be out there. You think that he could come back from that?
People have had a lot of
you think with what Perk said, you think he gonna ever give that dude a stock up? He already said, don't worry, when the other guys get back, he's out of there.
I think most people boots on the ground would have said Michael Taff has had a pretty good camp. Like he's been making a lot of plays.
All right.
I can't wait for this season, man. If you're fighting over a stock up and down.
I just don't understand. It'd be like him making rules for that's a win, that's a loss. It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't play that because you don't know what your season gonna be.
Leroy,
every year you play 30.
You say you don't play
gonna
it?
be 13-4.
Leroy, you say you don't play it, but somehow, some way, he gets you to play.
He plays
Gets you to play the game.
He just does it in totality. He does the same thing.
All right, yeah.
He does.
I got you.
You ready for
you were drafted what? You were in the 2nd or 3rd round? You were drafted 2nd, right?
Yep.
So if Tobin was doing stock up and down on you, he would have every right because you were a 2nd round pick.
Well, it was even different. The Browns didn't have a 1st round pick. So
so you're the first
Cam
pick
Smith.
overall.
Right.
Yeah.
The Browns are the Cam Smith with you.
Right. Exactly. But
So
I
if
wasn't.
he was
whoa. I wasn't Cam Smith.
Well, I know you weren't Cam Smith. I'm just saying that's what it was. You ready to do game balls and game bums? Can you do that game?
Yes, I can.
Cool. We got to take a break. We'll play coming up next.
Odyssey.
This guy's a ball.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to gather around the locker room and for Leroy Horde on this lovely Monday to hand out his game balls and game bombs. What do you got today, Leroy?
My game ball is going to go to the Marlins. They've been putting it on these other teams, bouncing back from the struggles that they've had. And it feels good to see that big inning, that that's been happening against them. It's good to see them have it. It was cool to see Yuri fighting through some stuff. He had a lot of pitches, but he got through it. And so that's pretty good. My game bum, can I do a oh no with some game bum because I was sad?
Oh no, it's later on.
Okay. I'll wait then. Because I have, I always have game bums lined up. Tua.
Oh man.
Tua.
Bum.
Like, dude, when you have a new lease on life, and you have the ability to go and get rid of all the negative things that were said about you, you can't then start like you finished at the last place.
Yeah.
Right? You got like
it's all there for him.
Right. Like at least play the position, right? I think, to be honest with you, I think mentally he's so fried that he can't play football.
I agree.
Because he used to throw the ball with confidence in the tight windows and whatever, and now he doesn't even do that. Nope. If he throws it at all.
Barely throws it.
Right.
Yeah. And that was preseason, by the way. That wasn't even like, we're going to dial it up. We're going to get you to
Right. I'm scared when his head get bounced off that turf a couple of times.
Yep.
Because, clearly he ain't making good decisions with no contact.
Well, on the good side of things, the Dolphins looked awesome that opening drive. Really, really was impressive. Jeff Hafley, he was very, very happy with his young offensive lineman. Here's what he had to say yesterday to the media.
I got to give it up for Jonah. I thought Jonah took a step. He was physical, and I showed some clips in front of the entire team this morning of him just coming off the ball and driving people back, of him knocking guys on the ground, and same thing for Proctor. There were a couple where, on some of the gap scheme plays where the whole side of the line was caved down. I thought Dulcich was a guy who showed up physically. The wide receivers were blocking hard down the field. I think you look at a lot of guys who had some nice catches, but I think you need to look at them blocking down the field. Will Kazmarek had some plays where he was just driving people back. Pat Paul on one just stayed on a guy down the field. Linemen were covering. The pile was going backward. So it was really encouraging. And
man, I tell you, I don't like to toot the intangibles horn, but let me tell you that Will Kazmarek, he's tough. He is a tough tight end.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried of, man, when you got a team like this, one injury could sink your ship. And it's unfortunate, but that's where you are. Conversely, some of these young guys could step up and fill that void, because you just have a lot of unknowns, and you could have a very good year. The unknown is amazing with this. We saw a little taste of it. That's not going to happen the whole game. But I tell you what can happen the whole game, the physicality.
Definitely. It seemed like it was they were trying to get that to translate right away. Feels like they did.
Did Austin Jackson play?
Yeah, everybody played. Well, I think the only main guys who didn't play were Brooks and Sealer. I think everybody else gave it a go.
So Austin, he didn't get hurt?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
I mean, it ain't my fault I got to ask. Vlad, is it my fault I got to ask?
No. It's what Nick T9636 says. It just takes one decent drive, and Tobin sold.
Yeah.
Dude must have brought nothing but jalopies his whole life.
Dude, but that was a good drive. You got to admit, it had everything.
Hey,
It was, but
dude,
there's
and
context to it.
Here's the kicker behind that too. That used to happen every week with the last coach. So
That's what I said. I was like, if
Right.
you recalled, there would be opening
every drive
drives
during the regular season.
and then training camp and preseason, and it'd be like, oh, that's it. I don't need to see enough. This offense is gonna be unbelievable. We see this all the time.
Nah, but I felt like it was like everything. It had a little everything. You had some short passes to Malik Washington, then we had some nice runs up the middle. Then Malik had the deep ball. He hit 2 deep balls, did a little run in himself, and then they got into the short yardage in the red zone, banged it in. I thought it had a little everything. I thought it was as complete a drive as you could have.
Here's again. It all looked just like last year, with one blaring difference.
The guy behind center has an arm.
That and the fact that Achane didn't run one sweep.
So those are
I
two
noticed
differences.
that. I know he brought that one to the table.
But they're both differences. He's right.
They're differences, but I did my differences.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that's different though.
What?
These wide receivers are big. Like Caleb Douglas.
Yeah.
You know, nobody. I mean, yeah, we've seen Tyreek go up and get it, but like that dude is 6'4", laying out with one hand. I mean, Chris Bell's going to be a moose. This is going to. I mean, you've gone from a tiny gnome room to a bunch of big receivers.
Yeah, when your tallest guy in the room is Jalen Waddle.
You went from loving speed to now loving size.
Well, Caleb can run, so that's not. He can run. He ran. They say he ran a 4.2. So
he ran a. Who said that?
They said it on TV.
He ran a 4.2 where?
4.2, 4.3, and wherever he ran when he tested.
He ran a 4.2
with a busted leg.
I would say 4.3. Say 4.3.
You talking about Chris Bell, right?
Huh?
Or Caleb? Caleb or
Caleb.
Chris? Okay.
Caleb.
Let's see. Caleb Douglas 40 time was a 4.39.
4.3. Okay. They said 4.3, not 4.2. Okay. That's still. Do you understand how fast that is for a guy who's 6'4"?
Yeah, it's fast.
Yeah.
Well, you already told us. You said he's Randy Moss.
Timu.
I said he's
Timu.
built. The only thing I said was he's built like Randy Moss.
Check the tape.
I said he reminds me of
Randy Moss.
Yeah, just his build. Randy was
Randy
6'4",
Moss.
except Randy wore thigh pads, which was
Wait,
hilarious.
did you say you had some brewskis when you had that?
Had what?
No,
when
he
you were
didn't say
watching the
he was
game?
drinking. He
said he was
drinking.
having beer at one point. Was that the point you were making? Or so I just
No.
want to know, clear eyes or beer goggles with Randy Moss? I'll take beer goggles, Randy Moss. Were you having some cider boys? What were you having?
Some natty ice.
No, dude.
That's some Davy beer right there.
That's Timu beer.
That is definitely Davy beer, bro.
Natty Ice.
Natty Ice.
Natty ice.
I feel like if I went to and bought some Natty Ice, I got to get a brown paper bag. Right?
Oh, absolutely. And some dip.
Yep.
Man, Leroy said we got
Some
the new Randy
skull.
Moss, dude. That's so sick.
No, he did.
He did
not.
say that. I heard. He's
I
like,
heard that
I don't
too.
want to say
They
it,
say
but
Randy.
he kind of reminds
Randy
me.
Moss ran a 4.25. But
He
I
said he
did say
reminds
he's
him of
not.
a slower-
but I
of a
did say he
slower
wasn't.
Randy
He didn't
Moss.
look as fast as Randy.
Right. You said he was like a little slower Randy Moss.
Right.
This is what he did back in the day when he did this with Bam Adebayo. And
I still believe that.
and
I said Bam reminds me of Pascal Siakam.
No, that's not that's not the one I'm referring to.
Which one?
When you said he was Michael Jordan.
No,
Wait, what?
I
Yep.
did not.
Wait,
He did say
what?
that.
I did not. I
He
did.
did.
What
So-
was?
See,
The
We were
Vlad,
talking.
Vlad.
Nope, that's not.
Vlad,
that is what you said.
This is.
I need
you
to know the
what?
context,
When
Leroy.
he
That's
went-
why I'm
right.
asking you the context. What was the context?
I bet he doesn't
I
even
don't
remember the
remember saying
context.
Then play the tape.
I don't have to play the tape. I can remember it right.
No. You asked for everybody to play
I
the tape.
remember it, dude.
Wait, Vlad. Does this man ask everybody to play the tape? And then
was
he gonna
just
say
all
you
the
don't have
time.
to play the tape?
I don't
No.
have to play the tape.
Play the
I
tape
know where
or
it
it
is.
didn't exist. No.
I'm telling you what he said.
No.
I'm telling you.
No.
So Vlad,
No.
what happened was Dwayne
No.
Casey. Remember the former Raptors coach?
Yes. The
Okay,
one that
so
LeBron
Dwayne
pretty
Casey
much
had
got
said,
fired.
yeah. So he had said about Bam Adebayo, he goes, man, he's very impressive. He reminds me a lot of Sean Kemp. This was rookie season.
Okay.
That's
Athleticism,
pretty
I can
good,
see it.
Leroy. I said Sean Kemp for a rookie, and I said, and mind you, he was kind of a role guy at Kentucky because that was De'Aaron Fox's team. Like he didn't really, and Leroy said, as I said, so he wasn't in maybe that feature role in college. He goes, and Leroy said, some people said that about Michael Jordan. I said, wait, really? I said, so you're saying we got Michael Jordan?
Here. A guy who averages 30 points in the league don't always average 30 points in college because they have 5 stars out there.
Leroy, how did you let that man get you into a conversation when you did not say no such thing?
I know I didn't.
We started calling him Kemp Jordan.
No, you started calling him that.
We both did.
So Vlad, you see how now the reason why he didn't want to find the tape because he actually said what happened.
I mean, Leroy's kind of right. The man did score 83 points now.
It's true.
Second
called it,
most
Leroy.
points in NBA history. So Leroy kind of called it
here's
early.
the deal. Here's the deal.
You know what
if teams would have known that Jordan was going to be that, they wouldn't have drafted Sam Bowie.
When you're right, you're right.
We always, everybody's always goes with height.
But that's what I'm saying. But like what the NBA thought Jordan was going to be wasn't that. That's all I was saying is that, yeah. Like
the funny thing is we asked Alonzo Mourning about that because I remember asking him, like, what do you think about us calling him Kemp Jordan? And Alonzo was like, he bucked back. He goes, I mean, that's a bit strong. Those are guys who had really good careers. No. But then his follow-up to that, Vlad, was, but he's going up in the rafters one day. I was like, what? Like, so you scoffed at us comparing him to two guys who are legends.
No.
And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's going to the rafters
Vlad,
one day.
Vlad.
Well, one guy's already in the rafters.
Vlad, you see what he does, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we called him? We didn't call him that. You called him that. He put we in it.
Yes.
You got a mouse in your pocket? So now all of a sudden I'm getting sucked in and they looking at me like, you agreed to this? You were part of this?
He did.
No, like they say, what do you think we have called we?
When did you learn speaking French?
Yeah.
With we.
So I get sucked up in all kinds of stuff like this. And just like he said, I said Bam was gonna be Jordan. That's what he took from that.
Well, you were right about Bam, and I'm just excited because you said we got new Randy Moss and Caleb Douglas. So I'm just excited.
You did call him Timu Randy.
You saw Randy Moss with your own 2 eyes in practice, and you were like watching this young man
and what
fly
I said
down the field, and you're like,
I said he's built like Randy Moss, but Randy Moss was faster.
Would you call him Randy-esque?
You call him Marlin?
Not from one catch. Because I got to tell you, Randy's rookie year, he ran nothing but go routes, and they still couldn't cover him. He ain't run no comebacks. He ain't run nothing but go routes and hitches.
I mean, he would have had the greatest preseason debut of all time if he just knew where the line was.
Rookie.
No, there's always a rookie that in the preseason gets 100 a game, right? And then regular season starts and he ain't even playing.
Oh yeah, the Weasel. Or Eric Ezukama. Those have been the last 2 starring roles of kills the preseason.
And guess who was and what were you doing about that?
Oh, I called Skylar Thompson and Eric Ezukama Montana Moss. Or Montana Rice.
I'm telling you. So Vlad, when he says stuff and I get irritated, it's not one situation. It's like every year he does this in every sport.
But why do you get frustrated if you know he's going to do this every year? It's the
because I don't want to be sucked in. Here's the thing.
Again, what's with
I don't want him to then say when we talk to somebody that's reputable, we came up with we did not.
Wait, hold on.
He told Zoe we came up with the nickname. Kim Jordan.
Nickname.
Yeah.
Only
like
one
you,
of them.
No. You say I.
Okay, well, only one of us was comparing Caleb Douglas to Randy Moss today. It wasn't me.
I
You
wasn't
did-
comparing.
And
I
you
They
played
call
with
him
Randy
Timu-
Moss.
You did call him Timu Randy.
I
Moss.
said he's built like Randy, right?
Runs a little slower.
But he runs a little bit slower because,
Randy Moss.
like, yeah, you like, dude, seeing it firsthand. I don't think people realize because he had them big thigh pads in, right? Nobody realized how fast that man really was. He could run.
Kevin Williams says Tobin is silly sauce Moss.
Hall of Famer.
Take a break. We'll get you caught up with your headlines after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Give you a weather update brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Have a leaky roof? Take action now. Get your free estimate. Call 954-968-8155. Currently, it is 92 degrees in Miami. It feels like 97. Supposed to be a high of feeling like 99 today. It's a heat advisory.
Somebody said about my weather, that's weather it's great for a 2-mile radius that he lives by. I'm like, welcome to Florida, dude. Everybody's doing it based on their conditions.
Yeah, I know.
You want me to do it in Palm Beach? Hey, it's partly cloudy in Palm Beach. No.
I mean, right now it's hotter where I am. It's 93 degrees. Feels like 99. So it's hot everywhere down here, dude.
Yep.
Brutal. The feels like up here today is going to get to 101, it says. Yeesh. Soupy. Just toasty, soupy, miserable. Let's get to our headlines. Those are brought to you by Doral Kia. At a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. A little bit of Panthers news. Brad Marchand is potentially going to miss Panthers season. He revealed this weekend that he had to get surgery after originally trying to rehab his injury. He was going to go play a charity game for Zdeno Chara, and he had to put out a message saying, I won't be able to make the game. I had to have surgery. I was trying to fix a problem without surgery, but unfortunately that was unable to happen, so I had to do it last minute. And with the time that and the recovery I'm going to need, I won't be able to make it and play in the game. So according to Florida Hockey Now's George Richards, Marchand is believed to be dealing with a hip injury and a sports hernia and could be out 2 months or more after having surgery.
Sports hernia, do they put the I wonder if he went with the baggie.
I don't know, dude. What the hell's that?
So when you have a hernia, it's kind of a hole in the muscle. And sometimes they put a little baggie in there and surround it to give it more support.
Yeesh. Sounds brutal.
I mean, it's your core. So when you think about it, like you can have leg injuries, arm injuries, shoulders, or whatever. But any injury that you have to your core, it affects everything. Your hips, your lower body movement, you use your core for everything. So any core injury that you may have affects so much more than just where the injury is, that it takes a while to heal. He said, is a hernia a hole or just a weak point? I think I'm not really sure. I think it's a hole, because it, like, usually when people have a hernia, you get that little bubble you get into somebody's stomach, like that little, almost looks like a belly button.
Yeesh. Well, I guess he's had this is from George. He says last season Marchand said he aggravated an old injury. He previously had a hip as well as a sports hernia surgery while with the Bruins. So it sounds like something he's been dealing with and just needs to get fixed.
And sometimes, like, and the crazy thing about some things you rehab, and this is what I say about guys coming back from injury, until you put the stress of an actual game where your body's reacting, it's not trained movements. You don't know whether you're healthy or not. And so what happens, especially with your core, right? You start making these reactive moves and then you aggravate it, when before you're doing very trained rehab sessions to strengthen it.
I hate to make this all about Sergei Bobrovsky, because I know I bring that up all the time, but I do wonder, because him getting the years that he did, Marchand, and him being the age that he is, and the Panthers knowing that he was dealing with this, have to wonder if that factored at all in. We're not giving an old guy a lot of years and any other deals, because they already have one on the books.
It could have. It also could have been that the team came to the conclusion that we can win without him.
But
Like,
the age is obvious. But the age is obviously a factor.
Yeah, I'm not for whatever reason. I'm just saying that all the powers that be, when it came to making decisions, who's to say, like, for whatever reason, who's to say they didn't come to the conclusion that let's just move on from Bob?
Brad,
If we have to pay him the amount of money he wants.
Brad Marchand came out to start last season. He was the only Panther scoring. He literally was like carrying them for like the first 2.5 months of the season before this slipped up and got him again. So, well, we hope he recovers as fast as possible, man. That sucks.
It does, because that, I'm telling you, I saw Robert did that, and he said the hardest thing is that you have to tear the scar tissue. So otherwise you're not going to be able to function. So when you're healing, the scar tissue is what you have to make sure it doesn't form.
There's a guy on our chat called Smokes Too Much. He says, I'm at the part where Leroy is going off about stock up, stock down. He definitely cares about that segment. Thank you, Smokes Too Much. I'm glad somebody recognized it. I appreciate you.
I just
Good
hate
to have an ally.
I hate when we have conversations without context. That's it.
I love that your ally smokes too much. Look at Tobin right now with his frozen picture. He looks like he was token right now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what, like, I think in your excitement or your disappointment about certain situations concerning teams, you don't put it in its proper context.
Well, the only thing that was put in its proper context today was you about Caleb Douglas. Aaron Donald worked out for the Rams again. Let's just get it going,
second time,
dude. Let's go. What are we doing here? Can we just have him get going with the Rams? It's about time.
My question is this: do you need Aaron Donald to work out?
Yeah,
very clearly no.
We've still been 2 years, Leroy.
If the Dolphins could have him right now, would you take him? Sight unseen.
The Dolphins
100%.
could take you right now, sight unseen, with your bad arm.
And
hips.
I use Tobin's line for the cheapskates.
Oh my God!
Clearly, they would have to if the $140 million is already tied up to others. Yeah, they would sign you right now, but at your age and your current condition, if you could give them a yard.
Even not for the cheapskates, I would take Aaron Donald right now. It's sight unseen. He's a monster.
Right.
He's still got plenty of monster in him.
But he don't have to have as much as he had.
That's true.
Give me 20, 30 plays a week. That's it.
99 and 95. Oof.
And just a note for fantasy players out there, or Cardinals fans if they're still out there. Nah, I don't love this guy, no pun intended, because he was a bit of a baby last year because the Miami Hurricanes kicked his Notre Dame Fighting Irish's ass. But Jeremiah Love suffered a high ankle sprain in the last game.
It could be 3 days or 2 months. You have no idea what high ankle sprains.
Yeah, well, he's apparently going to miss the rest of the preseason at least. Yeah. So there's that. But
I mean, you know what's going to be their downfall? I hate to say this, but what's going on with Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, he hasn't lived up to the hype, that's for sure.
Well, here's the problem. That the one thing that he doesn't have that his dad had was speed. And sometimes for certain quarterbacks, when you don't see that separation, you don't throw it, right? And that seems to be the problem, that at some point they just start forcing it to him and he made plays. But he doesn't create really any separation.
He is not he hasn't and obviously doesn't exactly have a quarterback who lets it rip with the hell's the guy's name? Jacoby Brissett.
Vlad, I read what you read, man. What is going on? Say Leroy rambles on and doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's hilarious. Or
mind you, The man's name is Smokes Too Much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, right, like you can't talk about somebody rambling and your screen name is Smokes Too Much.
Maybe he's more of a quiet smoker, just keeps to himself.
RV
Paranoid.
Richie goes, a high ankle sprain to me. Some misstep with the joint.
We'll take a break. More to come. We have a new poll out. We have the Canes ranking going into the season from the AP. We'll get that for you coming up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. And your Miami Dolphins, they were back on the practice field today. They'll have a joint practice and a preseason game this week with the New York Giants. Talk about the New York Giants, man.
You think Chop could knock Dart out?
I don't know. Send him right to his home, that blue tent.
A quarterback who always gets hit versus a guy who doesn't hit the quarterback. Something got to give.
Fair point.
Somebody's always got to go.
Rankings. The AP poll has come out for the preseason. Number 1, Ohio State.
Common enemy of everyone here.
2, Oregon. 3, Georgia. 4, Notre Dame. 5, Texas. 6, Indiana. 7, Miami. Texas A&M 8, Ole Miss 9, and Oklahoma is 10.
Can I just say this? The fact that neither Indiana or Miami are in the top 5 is laughable. The final 2 teams,
crazy.
Laughable. Laughable. If anything, Indiana should be number 1 till they're not.
I agree with
because
that.
they won the chip.
It's not the same players, though.
I don't.
You got Google me still coaching.
Right, but it's not like Fernando. It's not like it's not Mendoza's the quarterback. It's not like
Oh, that's fine.
Carson.
That's fine.
No,
Okay.
I mean you have. I would understand if they don't have them in the top as the top 2 teams immediately. Now I don't know about 6 or 7, but I can understand why they don't feel like they're the top 2 teams. When you're losing you're losing the number 1 player drafted. That's going to be a downfall.
Okay.
What about Pop-Tart
Why
Bowl team?
why does everybody think Miami's going to be better than they were last year?
Miami's got all the hype coming in. Like, I feel like they're everybody's darling. I don't know if I like it.
They like
everybody,
the quarterback.
Everybody's.
But that's
everybody's
my point.
buzzing.
That's my point, Vlad. Is that okay? For the same reasons you gave me, is why Indiana shouldn't be up there. Then why shouldn't Miami be up there when most feel they have a better quarterback?
Right, but they're also losing guys on defense. They're also losing guys on the offensive line. When you lose, I think. Now, here's the only reason why this argument's kind of weird, because Ohio State lost so many players, but they, for some reason, they continue to have them ranked number 1.
We pick and choose when we want to use that theory.
Right, but for me, if you lose that amount of players and they get drafted, I can understand if you're not ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the following season. They want to wait and see.
Well, they both have star-studded quarterbacks, saying, and then Oregon's got Dante Moore. Like, everybody thinks that those guys are going to be first-round picks. Texas is on the Arch Manning rub, right? Like, everybody's always with their talent. Notre Dame's the one that confuses me. I mean, like, I just, like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. People love those stupid leprechauns. It's crazy to me.
You love leprechauns yourself. Stop.
Not them.
And
not them.
Yeah, but what you love leprechauns. Don't lie.
I hate them, dude.
You know what's
You
crazy?
ain't Notre Dame, but you love leprechauns.
This is no lie. Notre Dame is going to be in the top 5 forever because they don't play nobody until they start getting.
No, hold
what's
on.
the place they have to be? Top 12 and they get in? Like, that's the rules now?
Yep.
No matter what.
They just got up here. That's all. Not lose 3 games. They'll be in the playoffs. And the more teams you want to add, the more you're including Notre Dame.
How many more playoff games are we going to do in this?
Tobin.
It was exhausting last year.
Tobin.
It was a blast. I loved it, but it was a lot of games, Vlad.
Tobin, you're going to ask the greedy not to be more greedy?
I get it. The greedy love money.
The greedy love money. What are you talking about?
This. The greedy love money. I get it. But it seemed like a lot.
Dude, there was a lot of World Cup games. Guess what the guy wants to do? He wants to add more games to the point that, the league officials are like, no, we don't want to do this. But they're going to do it somehow, some way, because you know what? Money always talks.
The Galapagos Islands are like, we don't have a soccer team, sir. Would you like one?
Just give us $1 billion.
Just I think if we get 5 iguanas out there, we could field a team for the Galapagos. I think we'd be all right.
So any way they can get Notre Dame in the playoffs, they're gonna do anything they can. So,
man, should mention today there was a piece of Canes news. Joe Rose had Mario Cristobal on. He said on Jordan Lyle they're gonna let the legal process play out. He did say that they are dismissing Cam Vaughn, wide receiver, who was trying to like make it as like wide receiver 3 or 4 in a battle with that squad, which is a pretty loaded wide receiver room everybody was talking about. He came
Did they say
Virginia
why?
Tech. No.
Something happened, right?
Don't have official reasoning as to why that happened. You know, I don't want to run rampant.
You can't cut somebody in college.
I don't want to run with
unless
college,
something happened.
College is crazy with rumors, and I don't know. I don't know what to believe because last week the Jordan Lyle thing happened, and then they were like, it happened, and then they were like, it didn't happen, and then it did happen, and it's just like, you know what? I'll just wait. But he said that he's no longer with the team.
A cop told me one time, you can run, but you can't outrun the radio. You maybe outrun me. You can't outrun the radio.
There's other news, Tobin. Your boy Haywood Highsmith going to Phoenix.
So he just went back on a cheaper deal? Is that what happened? Because they just dismissed him. They just released him.
Yeah, I guess he went back to Phoenix. That's what
Good for
Shams
him.
is saying.
Good for him. I didn't think that he was going to come back.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't think that he was going to.
You want to go somewhere where you can play?
1 year.
Yeah,
deal.
Probably. So yeah, that was the piece of Canes news. And by the way, speaking of rankings, we talked about this ranking last week. The top 10 has come out for NBA 2K's players, Leroy. We were discussing how this was going to fall. They've finished off number 10, Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 9, Steph Curry.
Damn, the old still top 10, huh?
Number 8, Cade Cunningham. Number 7, Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a little low for him. Number 6, Giannis.
Okay.
Number 5, Jalen Brunson.
Should be number 1, but go ahead.
Number 4, Luka.
Wait, time out. Hold on. I know who the top 3 is, right? 2 of the top 3 have championships.
Yes.
2 of the top 3 has won an MVP.
Yes. Multiple
MVPs. All 3 have won some type of individual award.
Mm-hmm.
How is Jalen Brunson behind Luka? What has Luka done that Jalen Brunson hasn't done? Because I know one guy's a champion. The other guy is, the leader of the snow time.
They love Luka, dude. I'm with you, though. I don't think I understand your gripe.
I don't understand how Giannis is behind Luka.
I don't understand that either. I think, and especially they're knocking Ant. They're putting Ant all the way down to 7. I thought Ant would have been higher.
That means Jalen Brunson is the highest American ranked player.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
2, Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, the back-to-back MVP, the flop master.
Oh, now he's a flop. Come on now. What are we doing? Come on, Toby.
What?
Toby, you say flop master, but then all of a sudden in 6 months, there's some rumblings in Oklahoma City.
Hey.
I don't know, Shay. If you don't like it, if you want to go to a place where they love your fashion, come down to Miami. You're so quick to change.
Ridiculous. I've already started that bit with Steph Curry.
Right, but if you can't get Steph, because you said August 31st, if Steph signs that big deal, you'll start heading to Minnesota and you'll start heading to Oklahoma City.
It's 29th, and talk to me in 12 days.
Oh, you see, now it's the 29th. Look at you. You're the worst.
We'll take a break. We will in a second. But first, Hey, listen, if you have a New Jersey, you're getting flipped all over the place. You might want to have it cleaned on up. And for the best dry cleaning in South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. The owner's Hara. That's our guy. You can call or text him anytime. 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383, Leroy.
It's back to school. You got to get those uniforms fitting right. Just give Ira a call. They can do same-day sewing. Mama Ira takes care of you. They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beaches, and they can pick up and drop off your clothes. Listen, I know you're busy trying to get these clothes, get your kids ready for school, get your work schedule settled up, lunches and all that stuff. Ira can pick up your order. He can pick up your clothes, drop them off when you get home later on. He's a fan of the show. So if you mention Tobin and Leroy, tell them what you get, Tobes.
25% off your order. You mentioned Tobin and Leroy. Again, call or text our anytime, 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. And once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never want to launder your own clothes again. time. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
One more day.
You mute.
One more day, as in tomorrow or the next day?
Is he frozen now? What's going on?
Hey, Fig, you come in and all of a sudden you're messing things up.
Someone's speechless. Someone can't even move. Like, what's going on?
Look at you. You leave them speechless and immovable. Look at that.
So you have one more day, as in tomorrow it comes off, or the next day? One more day fully with it on.
Tomorrow. I go tomorrow morning.
Exciting.
Oh, so they take so they're taking the brace off. They're taking
the brace off. Like the one of my steri strips came off, so it's normal. So when they fall off, so I'm just waiting for this one to fall off because it's internal stitches. It's dissolving stitches. So
you're gonna be able to wipe your ass now.
I don't know.
He kind of likes the left.
No.
It's become reliable.
No.
Nope. You got to
like
be
Savannah. I prefer to be on the right.
Right in a wipe.
Let's get to the mixed bag. You guys see this moment during the game? Ollie Gordon got an unsportsmanlike penalty and got a talking to from Jeff Hafley. Teaching moment. Didn't rip him. Just kind of grabbed him and explained, hey, you can't do that. Here was the coach on what happened.
An opportunity to continue a drive, and it's important to me. I'm not a big fan of pre-snap penalties and post-snap penalties like that. Those are not acceptable to me. It's disrespectful to the team. It's selfish, and it's how you lose games. And I'm not going to play players that can't control themselves and get us 15-yard penalties and have us go backwards and put our team in a bad position, put our coaches in a bad position. And that's a big learning lesson. I went over it with the team today. Ollie and I had a great conversation again this morning. And, hopefully he'll learn from that and our team will learn from it. But those are the quickest way to lose football games. And there's no place for that. And, when I pulled him out, I'm not going to tell you exactly what I said to him, but it was a chance for me to look him in the eye and let him know that was not okay. And I had to take him out and he had to learn his lesson, because if you're going to have a standard, there has to be consequences, or then your standard is just a bunch of BS. If not, so our standard is we're not going to do things to put our team in jeopardy and have post-snap fouls where we throw a ball at a guy or toss a ball at a guy. And had a good talk with him immediately, pulled him out of the game, and eventually let him go back in. But as far as the conversation goes, I'll keep it between us. But it was a great time to teach him a lesson, to teach our team a lesson, and move on and move forward with Ollie and the rest of the guys.
So we call that down here. He's not familiar with that term. We call that the old swag penalty.
He got heated. In the preseason.
I've
seen
between them.
Huh?
What did he keep between them? Because you kind of shared the whole conversation you had with him.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah, he didn't give you word for word.
Did I say on the sidelines, hey, don't be a dummy?
Hey, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Did he spit out his gum?
Oh, I think he did at that moment.
Because if a gum chewer spits out their gum, they mad as hell.
Dude, he loads up with a whole half pack of Bubblicious every single time. He is chewing like a cow on those sidelines. Focused.
I think more importantly, believe it or not only did Ollie need to see that, but the rest of the team needs to see that, hey, this coach has standards.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing. Like if you go whisper over to the side and pull him aside and put your arm on his shoulder and say, hey, buddy, we can't do that. No. That's if it's something that you will not tolerate, you need to make a scene.
I think he did
to make your point.
I think he did 2 hands on the shoulders in front of you which is good. That's good. One shoulder across, not good enough. Double shoulder grab, focus.
It looks very sincere.
The only time, I think the only time I really got yelled at, I yelled back. My coach. Well, because here's why. Sometimes position coaches try to let the head coach know he got it.
Right.
And I fumbled. And the coach came and yelled at me. Hold on to the damn ball. I said, you think I wanted to fumble? Like, what are we doing? Right? Like, got it.
Thank you.
Nobody's more upset about this than me. I don't need you, like, right? And then I think it was Chris Carter. Chris Carter said, hey, calm down. You ain't got nobody else to put in there.
Meanwhile, a lot of controversy last week surrounding Jaden Daniels and his rift with the LSU Tigers. Dan Quinn, though, Commanders coach, says it's not distracting him.
Of course, obviously, like checked in with him like you do, but honestly, like, man, is he throwing a great camp. So, but I haven't followed a lot. I know you addressed it. I thought that was on point. But for him, the things that I see are just like quintessential Jaden in terms of the camp and what it looks like and where he's at. So it's nice to see him already starting a connection with Steph and Terry and Chig and some of the others, just some extra work post practices and getting into that space. So no, he's been great, here inside the building for sure.
Yeah, coaches love to do that when it has nothing to do with their team. I was like, how do we oh yeah, he's getting work. And it was just like the Vrabel thing when they asked him about therapy and he goes, and this offensive line, man, I got to tell you, it's like, wait, nobody asked you about that, man.
And that's the thing, right? And then that's why you get 27 follow-up questions. And then the coach says, I'm tired of talking about this. Well, technically you haven't talked about it yet.
Danced around it. A guy who doesn't dance around is Todd Monken. He's a straight shooter. All right. That's how Monken goes about things. This is what he had to say about Deshaun Watson in the first preseason game.
I mean, it was so cool to watch him play. I mean, I get all of the frustration by fans, himself, but for him to come back and work like he did is an unbelievable credit to him. And then they go out there, he was having fun today. And that is so cool. And I thought he really functioned at a high level. Certainly, we don't want to be taking timeouts. We sure as heck can't take delayed games, okay? But it was fun watching it play and watching us put the next step forward and see where we're at.
Yeah, Monken is,
I got to tell you, for a guy who doesn't have his voice, he doesn't seem like he does a lot of yelling.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, Monken
right? Like how can you not have your voice? Oh, it was great, and la, 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 la.
Sounds like he's 2 weeks away from being Doc Rivers.
I said, do you not realize why these fans don't come to these games to have fun? Like, this guy is up. Fun is over. They need immediate production. But I would say this. It's unfortunate. But as of right now, he's their best option.
Dr. DeBoggan says he's intangible Doc Rivers.
Yep.
Dade South says
instead of cussing, he said, gosh, darn it.
Dade South says he sounds like Stan Van Gundy.
I'm just trying to figure out. I need to get to one of them practices to see what's going on because he got to be yelling at the top of his lungs at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. One guy who's not a yeller, Sean McVay. This is him on Where Things Stand with Aaron Donald. Let's get it going.
We've had great dialogue. It's going to be on his timeline. And when he feels good about having clarity, whether that's a yes or whether that ends up being a no, we've had some tentative discussions behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff without getting too granular with it, and just out of respect for, the dialogue that he and I have, that I do think he's earned the right. I think our guys are doing a great job of focusing on what they can control. And that's our current team as it stands right now. If Aaron does decide he wants to do it, I've been very open that we want to to try to be able to explore that opportunity. But I think he has kind of earned the right to be able to say, like, he knows himself in terms of, am I able to stack back-to-back days? Am I able to do some of the different things and some of those benchmarks that he set out for himself? And what I don't want to sit here and do is put a timeline on it and then something comes up where I've got to kind of push it back. What I have said with him, we have some loose things where we've identified, dates that we'd like to be able to hit. But what I don't want to have is any sort of unnecessary pressure on him if there's some unforeseen circumstances. I feel great about our football team as it currently stands, and I know he'll add value if he decides to come. And so if he's put himself in a position to be able to say yes or no, I think he's earned the right to have clarity on that. We're not at that point quite yet, and I'm hopeful that it'll be sooner than later, but I also want to respect, when he does feel like that clarity will come, and I think there's a chance that we'll be closer to that than not. But again, I don't want to say too much or put some sort of invisible deadline on something that doesn't exist in my mind for him.
That's very impressive to say all that without breathing.
Right.
But he doesn't want to say too much.
I mean, like, wow, so much there. Like,
wow.
I mean, basically, he's treating the Rams like a LA Fitness. right. I mean, wait, Vlad, let me just say this. I ain't never wanted to go work out at the facility once I was done and be put through a workout. That's why I quit. I was tired of your workouts. See if he can stack days. Man, he coming in there like Fat Elvis. Play me a little bit.
Nah, he's not coming like that.
He's not coming in like Fat Elvis, but I'm saying he ain't coming in thinking like he got to be a starter and a premier contributor.
That was crazy.
Live a life of fun.
So I've never heard of that. That's like if Jason Taylor said, you know what? I want to make a comeback. I'm going to go to the facility and work out a couple of days and see if I still got it.
Got to see if I could stack them.
Yeah.
Trying to stack days, man. Let him stack.
Yeah. Right now.
Remember the Wendy's stack?
I'm trying to stack these slices of ham and cheese and
Something
chips.
tells me he's going to be done stacking sometime around September 8th.
Well, remember, he'll be in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're starting season in Australia this year.
Didgeridoo. I didn't know the Australia game was to kick off the season.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, that's the second game of the season. It's the second right after Patriots Seahawks, September, I believe 5th or whatever.
Do they want our football? Are they interested in us?
I mean, we got all the kickers.
That's true.
So
are they going to be like looking at us and be like, how come nobody's? Hey, mate, how come no one's picking each other up?
You could have an Outback tailgate.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about. What are your feelings on coconut shrimp?
It's kind of like when I texted you. I'm not unintrigued by it.
Not my thing.
I like them.
You do?
Yeah.
Coconut doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, they're playing September 10th in Australia against the Niners.
Aaron Donald will be ready like September 4th.
September 4th would be good.
September 4th.
Yeah.
Feels
me too, sexy sauce. I love shrimp, but coconut shrimp is my least favorite. If I see on the appetizer coconut shrimp, I'll just keep going.
I texted you this weekend. I needed some food consultation.
Hey, let me tell you, my man. So he wanted to pull a trigger on something, right? Brisket sandwich at Publix.
I don't know.
Right. So I said, sometimes in life, Tobes, you got to stick with what you do best, right? They do chicken tender best, right? Chicken tender, all the other subs. When they try to venture off into the specialty areas, I got to tell you, I don't want to be that guinea pig. He said, you know what? I thought the same thing.
Yep. It looked good in the picture, but I don't know. It's not their thing.
Dude, I've seen pictures of some of the most amazing subs, and then I ask them to make it, and they go, what's that?
I don't even know if I like brisket. I think I'd like brisket.
So you have to know how to cook it in order for it to be really good.
You know what? I'm like...
In the Midwest, they do.
I'm like brisket the way you are about coconut shrimp. Like I'll eat brisket, but if I go to a place that makes barbecue, like I'm not saying, "Ooh, how's your brisket?" Now, if you go to a deli, one of those delis, they always have brisket.
Kate South says not that good at Publix. All right, I'm ultimately glad that I phoned a friend.
Oh, you tried it, Day South? Day South tried it?
It's a good looking picture.
People have tried it.
But here's the thing. With brisket, it's going to vary from Publix to Publix.
True.
Right? At least chicken tender is pretty consistent.
Does anybody have a higher burnout rate than the Publix deli manager? Because I feel like that picture changes every couple of weeks.
And Leroy wants to be the guy.
It's intense. It's a very intense role. Okay, guys.
So I have so Tobin, you were with me. Met somebody at the when we did the cigar thing.
Yep.
She's a manager at the Publix by my house. She just moved over there. So see her all the time. I said, I could do this.
There's no way, dude.
Just give me a hairnet and I have
For what?
What?
Leroy.
I think you
a hairnet for what?
That's me. Look, no, yeah, look at me.
It's you.
You look like you're about to commit a crime.
No, I'm not. I'm on the other side, baby. I'm on the other side.
Look at your hands. It's like you already know where your hands are going to be going soon.
It looks like I'm looking at somebody.
It's already down and flat.
I'm telling you what. I would have everything in order. Y'all, listen, y'all tripping on my managerial skills. I'm just telling you right now. I have everything in order.
Really don't think you.
What?
No.
I'd have one rule. First thing, never do the call-in orders in front of the people up front. So I have a station in the back. You know why? Because the first complaint would be, wait, we got a line here. Why are you making subs for? So I would put that in the back.
Gotcha.
Right?
Sure.
And then go from there. Listen, it don't take a rocket scientist to know, hey, buddy, one of our biggest sales is chicken. Make sure you always got chicken out there.
Feels like
Is
Leroy,
that too much to be a manager? No.
Feels like if
Do
you were a
really
manager.
think these thoughts don't go through their heads?
Clearly not if I go in there and there's no chicken.
Feels like if you were manager, you'd eat everybody's sample slice on the cold cuts.
Exactly.
Listen,
That's what I would think. I think if you
not
would go,
fight back.
if people would just look at the cameras, they'd just see you walking around eating the snacks.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would, Leroy. You
No, I
can't go.
wouldn't.
You'd be an
Leroy,
A1 snacker.
Hey,
hold on, Leroy. I'm gonna tell you where I know. Look at the way you're moving right now. You're hungry right now.
well,
You wouldn't be able to resist.
You're
it.
hungry right now.
here.
And when we go to break, you're gonna disappear and go get some food right now.
Here's the problem.
He's right.
I already went on that food run.
And you're about to
And
go
I had
again.
I had to call Big Spoon and say, what the hell's with the snacks up in here? You just made groceries. We ain't got no damn snacks.
You're the type of manager that will ask your employees, where's all the snacks? And they're going to look at you. You ate them all, Mr. Horde.
No.
You'd be the Quinn Ewers of managers.
Hey.
You're the Tua.
What?
You're the Tua of public managers.
People would love me. Everybody would have a job. Everybody would stick to their job. We wouldn't have 7 people over here and 2 people over here. I'm telling you. Yeah, look.
We'll take
y'all
a break.
do y'all think y'all know. I'm telling you. I'll be running things. Your sub would be fresh, ready to go. You can shake your head, right? Just like y'all think I ain't going lobstering. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, you're not going lobster.
Leroy, both are a no.
All you need to know is this. I love lobster. And if you say
you have
I
to go
love
in the water?
snacks or whatever,
What is
I would
that?
go. Even my
Yes.
friends text me and say, you just gonna go buy it on the way home.
I'm
Stop
just
lying.
saying, yeah, like, come on,
No,
man.
I'm not. Tobin, are we gonna go tickle sticking or what?
Hey, yo.
That's going in the montage. Back after this.
Please.
Hey, yo.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy, give us one more weather update, please. Brought to us by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Protect your home before the next storm. Get your free roof and window estimate. Call 954-968-8155. What do you got for us, Leroy?
What do you mean?
On the weather, dude.
Oh my God.
-1.
Deli manager.
Oh my God. And you want to be a Publix deli manager?
It's mostly sunny, light breeze, 5, maybe gusting 7, 8 miles an hour. And it's hot. It is 90 degrees. I can't tell which way the wind's blowing because there's no clouds.
Very good. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. Miami at a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. All right, we got a news update here on an NBA story. We've kind of been waiting for a resolution to. This is a report from Baxter Holmes. Not making many Baxters anymore. Baxter Holmes,
he's really good.
Don Vannatta Jr. and Ramona Shelburne. It says from ESPN, the NBA has found no evidence showing LA Clippers owner Steve Ballmer funneled money through team sponsors to pay Kawhi Leonard in order to circumvent the salary cap, according to 3 people with knowledge of the discussion between the two sides in recent days. So no evidence that he was funneling money. Instead, the NBA is focused on whether the team's introduction of Leonard to team sponsors constitutes a violation of the league rules prohibiting salary cap circumvention. 2 sources said the league is examining whether the Clippers are guilty of, quote, failure to supervise employees, though it's unclear what specific rule the team would have violated or what penalties those would be, 2 sources said. Go ahead, Vlad.
So they didn't find Steve Ballmer wrong for anything so far.
So far, it appears like Steve Ballmer has his hands clean in something.
But the explanation says that he could still be responsible for introducing the two of them. But I would say, what NBA player is going to say no? If any owner introduce a player to another one of his rich friends and say, hey, he want to do some business with you, right? What does one have to do with the other?
They write, the league presented its initial findings of the investigation to the Clippers in late July, according to multiple people familiar with the matter. In recent days, both sides have begun negotiating a resolution to the investigation.
Negotiating? That means you did something. If you didn't do nothing wrong, there's no negotiating.
Right. It appears that they see that something was amiss here. It's just a matter of, will Steve Ballmer get banned or anything like that?
Does Kawhi have to give the money back? He don't care.
I don't know.
Please.
And what does that have to do with the trade to Toronto?
That's the number one thing.
That's the number one thing.
Because if they said he did no wrongdoing, then that means the trade can go through.
Right.
And he was hanging out in Canada. I mean, Kawhi, I think, wants to go through because it seems like Toronto wants to extend him. They just don't want to. They don't want to deal with if Kawhi gets suspended because we know this Adam Silver. He loves other teams holding the bag.
Say this is like asking your wife to investigate herself on having an extramarital affair, and she and think she's going to be truthful.
We have no evidence of it, but can we say that somebody didn't introduce her to somebody? Hard to say.
All I know is this: something better come out of this, because if Pablo did all this work and nothing happens, that's a Pulitzer for nothing.
I think that's a question of too, like with the Pablo Torre thing, is like, yes, something stinks, but does everybody have something that stinks so the rest of the owners don't want punishment for said stinkage?
Because then you got to point it out for everybody doing it.
Right.
Correct.
Right. That's the big question here.
It's just like, what about everybody that played for Charlotte that had Jordan deals?
Oh, good point.
What do you do about that?
Good point.
Did Charlotte have anybody who had Jordan?
Yeah, Steven Jackson. Yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right.
So
Right.
and that's his own company.
Right.
So he say, hey, I'll pay you
But I
$6
think-
million.
well,
I'll
here's
pay
the-
you $6 million, but I give you a 4-year, $45 million shoe deal.
But here's the thing this is the problem with it, and I think this is why it sparked. This is what what sparked such a thing. People can have sponsorships. The thing that was crazy about this is, like, I'd imagine if Steven Jackson did have a Jordan sponsorship, this might be crazy, Leroy. I would imagine he would be wearing Jordan shoes on the court. He would be wearing Jordan apparel.
Yeah.
This guy took money from a company and didn't do anything for them.
That's their fault. They didn't ask them to do nothing.
We don't know if he didn't do anything. We don't know if he didn't do anything.
Well, the company doesn't exist, and there's no evidence that he did anything for them.
I mean, dude, they're giving graduate degrees online to people that claim that they're doctors. It's,
Where do they give those out here at the strip mall down here?
No, Dr. Sean.
Now, remember the whole scandal with the actors in California?
Which one?
With their kid? No, remember the kids getting into college?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
no.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
The Full House lady, right?
Yeah.
Lori Loughlin.
Is her name Lori?
Yeah, Lori Loughlin. Becca.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think, but that's that. So that's what it comes down is, like, when people have apparel sponsorships, usually they wear the apparel,
Right.
and that technically is part of your sponsorship.
Yeah, but if the owner of the team owned the apparel company, he's giving apparel to bolster your income.
No, he is, but at least you're doing something to earn the income. The thing with Kawhi is he was given, allegedly, this introduction to this tree credit company. He didn't even post about it on Instagram. He didn't post anything. So I'm sure and that's probably why the owners don't want, like, a lot of deals out there, because yes, I'm sure there's circumvention. But the thing that alerted this, why it was such a red flag, is he had the biggest chunk of sponsorship money, more than Brad Pitt, more than other celebrities, and he didn't do anything for the money. So
That's on the company.
is it on the company, or is it because or is it a shell game? It's like it's to make it look for the company.
But
So-
again, if you say, so here's what I'm saying, Tobin. Imagine you have a Adidas contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jordan convinces you to go to play for Charlotte, and then you switch to Nike and get another
Right.
7-8 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Even though you're wearing the shoes,
But I'm wearing
he
the
is
shoes.
using a company to jack up your income.
It is. I understand what you're saying, but at least in that case, at least I have the sponsorship. I'm doing something for the sponsorship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, if somebody came to the Miami Heat, like, let's say the Heat wanted to pay Steph Curry to do Carnival commercials. They wanted to have him replace Shaq as the chief fun officer. I'd imagine Steph Curry would at least do a Carnival commercial.
Correct.
And I think that's what it is with the Kawhi Leonard thing, is like the idea that he didn't do anything was a miss. Now, they probably thought, who the hell's going to look into this? They're probably right. Who would have looked into, I didn't even know what this company was. Aspiration. Seems stupid.
To aspire.
Plant trees for people. I'll plant a tree if I want to. I don't want somebody else planting a tree.
How's that making millions of dollars too?
I don't know. I have mango trees that just pop up. Like, another mango tree? I'm trying to get rid of these mango trees. I'm allergic.
Don't touch it, though.
I had to cut another one yesterday. It was growing out of a bush. More mangoes? You should have me run Aspiration. I could do it for celebrities. You want a mango tree? Come to Tobin's. More mango trees than I know what to do with.
Can somebody sponsor let's get Leroy's tickle stick.
That's the name of the hour, by the way, on the pod.
Let's get Leroy's tickle stick. We get the big ones.
Now, if Steph Curry did want to do a Carnival commercial,
Oh, you're gonna get.
So what if he did that?
Curry on it, Aisha on there too.
Oh,
what if
of course.
what if
For the family.
what if the Curry family did a Carnival commercial and he comes for the minimum, but he's making 20 million?
Amazing. But he did a commercial? Sounds like he did a job. But I think that's probably why teams don't want it, because I'm sure this is happening all over the place, which is why I don't think anything's going to happen to Steve Ballmer. I'm sure there are plenty of like wink wink deals. It's just I think they all look at this.
We know that, Tobin. But if nothing happens to him, then what was the point of this whole year then?
I don't know.
Because what people would like for this to happen, people would like for Ballmer to get in trouble, and then now that can open the gates for other teams to be looked upon.
But the owners don't want that, and the commissioner works for the owners.
Because I feel like they want, if this happens, like say Kawhi and Ballmer and the Clippers get caught, then they can go into the Knicks and try to figure out, well, why did Jalen Brunson go to the Knicks and give up 130?
And nobody wants that.
And nobody would want that, but everybody you would open up to a lot of teams. Like every team would be now open,
absolutely
capable. How did the Heat really get the big three?
Of course,
that can happen. You don't want that to happen. Like,
no, definitely. The rich don't want their stuff out there. Like that's and the other thing is, if they did, this guy's so rich that like if he wanted to, he'd probably take the legalities of this to the highest order because of how rich he is. Because that guy loves owning a basketball team. You're not taking that guy's basketball team away. That guy's a kook. You ever see him on the sidelines?
Of course.
You're not taking his basketball team away.
Listen, Steve Ballmer is a great owner.
Of course.
He shows a lot of love to everybody that's involved. He's appreciative of anybody that goes and watches his Clippers team play, and he's a fan. Like, he's really a fan. I don't really think he did anything wrong. I don't think he was doing anything to get an advantage over the competition. So it'll be nice for this story to end very soon.
He tried to get the advantage. He unfortunately traded away SGA in the midst.
Listen, nobody can tell you that, these years are going to go by really quickly and it's going to let you realize you made a big mistake. At the time when they were going for an NBA championship and trying to compete with the Lakers, getting Paul George and Kawhi was the move. Who knew?
Crazy, man.
That they would never be healthy together?
Sam Presti knew. No, yeah. Who knew they weren't going to be healthy together? Who knew that, Lou Will would rather go get some lemon pepper wings at the strip club instead of the bubble?
Well, they were the team that was like, we hate the bubble. They hated the bubble more than anybody, the Clippers.
Right.
Don't really know why. Well, lemon pepper Lou, we know why.
Got to get those lemon peppers, man.
It's a Monday Football Rewind brought to you by the invitation to the Lexus Summer Sales Event. Get offers on select models now through August 31st. We'll get back into some footy football. The Miami Dolphins had a big piece of news today regarding wide receiver Chris Bell. He's active. That's Goosey's galore. And that opening drive. Oof. I'll tell you one thing, though. Leroy Horde basically started the show to say Caleb Douglas was Randy Moss. I don't know what else needs to be said for today. So excited.
You said he beat science.
So excited. We'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Just to follow up on what we were just talking about, we were talking about the Clippers story. Here's a statement that has just been put out by NBA Chief Communications Officer Mike Bass. He says, quote, ESPN's article regarding the LA Clippers investigation, for which the NBA has declined to cooperate, contains numerous and significant inaccuracies. The results in this matter will be clear once the investigation is concluded. So that's interesting. The league is basically trying to throw cold water on the idea that the Clippers are in the clear here, it would appear. So that's what we wait. We continue to wait. You know, listen, Adam Silver.
They also said that Terry Rozier was clear. So
yeah,
let's pump our brakes.
Adam Silver is always, he's on the case, guys. Don't worry. You know him. You know old Commissioner Cover-Up isn't there covering things up. Wink. You could trust him. You could trust him. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here.
I don't like Adam Silver. It's been a week since I've been on with you guys. I don't like the fact that my champions, my team, has to play at noon on Christmas Day.
I thought that was tradition.
F that. You're the champ. You don't when you play prime time, especially against the next guy that you're trying to promote to be the biggest star. That game shouldn't be noon. Minnesota, Oklahoma City's a noon game. The Knicks and San Antonio should be prime time.
I think, Vlad, I thought that was like a Detroit Lions thing. I thought that was like a Knicks wanted to be at noon because that's their thing. I thought that was a Knicks decision. Obviously, they put them in prime time.
That's their thing when you're not the champ. That's the thing when you're playing them against somebody else. When you got that's a heated rivalry. The Knicks and the Spurs. You had them play each other in the NBA Cup, and you had them play each other in the NBA Finals. And you already had them play each other on Christmas before at noon. This game should be at nighttime.
Wish De'Aaron Fox knew it was a heated rivalry because every time he seems to see this game, he seems to wet the bed. He needs a little bit more heat on that rivalry.
No, he should come bearing more gifts for us.
Oh man, yeah. I thought I'll be honest with you. I thought the same thing, but I figured that was just a tradition. That's why you guys were playing at that time.
No, I get it's a noon tradition, but no, you could. It's nighttime, Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are the champs. You want all eyes to be on something in prime time when the NFL is giving you Seahawks versus Rams. Yeah, I think you would probably put the Knicks versus the Spurs. Nobody's watching OKC versus Minnesota. Sorry, Steven Strong. He's a Minnesota.
He's a Minnesota guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I got it. Listen, he knows it. He's probably going to be already thinking about what's coming up in spring training the next year anyway. Well, maybe not. Stupid baseball is going to get in its way.
You know the Marlins are going to make the wild card, right? You know that, right?
They got to win the series. They got to win the series.
They're going to sneak into the playoffs, and nobody's going to even realize it.
Man, if they did get to the playoffs and they have Max Meyer, Sandy, and Ayuri, man, that's a tough three. And they stink on the road. I mean, that's going to be a tough one because they're probably going to be in the last wild card spot. But either way, it'd be cool if they could get if they win that and they could get to their first playoff game in Lone Depot Park history.
When was the last time they played? That was 2003, right?
What, the last time they played a home playoff game?
A home playoff game? Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
They had the bubble year and then they had the wild card year. And you have to go on the road for the wild card. I don't know how I feel about baseball always being decided by series and then you have this one game playoff. Well, they don't do that anymore. They do the 3 games.
They do 3 games?
Yeah, they added it. So you have to you would have to
gotta win 2 out of 3.
You got to win 2 out of 3.
Because that seems god awful to have.
I mean, they were pretty fun. Those games. Those one-offs are fun, but I get you.
Baseball is built on series.
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. It didn't make it not fun though. It's not the best way to determine things, but man, squeaky cheeks.
Hey, Coach, hey, how many times a pitcher throw one bad pitch?
Mm-mm.
No,
Get him out of
I
there.
didn't like velocity's just not there.
Not him. Not here today.
Yeah.
We don't. He doesn't got it today, boys. So we'll.
He said,
We'll.
I bounced one ball.
Nope.
Nope.
You don't got it today.
You don't have it.
Sorry. Your spin rate is off. Get him out of here. Take a break. I heard one thing though. By the way, I was listening to the broadcast yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, his spin rate is at 93 miles an hour. Is that of a 97?" I'm like, you know what, dude? Too much. We have too much information that a 93 mile an hour fastball with spin rate is better than a 97. I don't need that much information, guys. Just tell me what it is. 97 on the black, 93. We're good. It's just I don't need to know what the spin rate is.
We've gotten so analytical that these numbers have more value than watching somebody play. Like a pitcher, are you getting them out? Oh, his spin rate is great when he throws that slide. Like, look, are they missing it?
Are you hanging a meatball or are you painting the black? That's all I need to know.
Right.
I don't need spin rate. Not needed. It's not
What
necessary.
about exit velo? If I hear that one more time.
Yeah. Anyway, take a break. Play a little all right. No, to close things out. All right, everybody, let's get to our favorite Monday game. A little all right. Oh, no. I got two all rights. My first one is going to go to Caleb Douglas, who Leroy Hort says is the new Randy Moss.
Cut it out.
What? Why? Usually usually people say you're not as excited, and you bring in stuff like that. That gets me excited. I love stuff like that. That was a great catch, though. You'd have to admit.
Yeah. No,
great catch.
It was,
dude. And now, Chris,
I think the most important part of that was just like seeing football players make plays in stressful conditions.
Dude.
And you know what I mean? So now, guess what? Now Malik Willis knows, hey, if I need a play, I can throw it up to him.
Yep. Exciting. My other all right, I love this guy. I really just enjoy watching him play baseball, and that's Javier Sanoja. I love watching Javi play baseball. He's got a joy about the way he plays the game. This was his homer yesterday. Here's the call on WQAM.
One. Javier punches a ball out to left and deep. And it's back, and it's gone.
Javi.
Javier Sanoja with a 3-run home run, and the Fish have blown this open. It's 7-1 in the top of the ninth.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Fish tonight back at it. My oh no goes to Brad Marchand's stupid hip/hernia. Come on, man. I want to see him play. I want to see him play hockey.
Can't play if he ain't healthy.
Hope he has a quick return. I like watching Marchand do his thing. Well, take your time, dude. We got reinforcements. The old need time. He doesn't need to be
Pick a side, Tobin.
No, it's case by case. I try and tell you that, Jennifer.
Pick a side.
Oh, now it's case by case?
It's case by case. You can't have a 38-year-old rush back from a hernia surgery. You guys are monsters.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
You have no idea what they had to do.
Just take your time.
That'll determine when he comes back.
100 years
like
old.
we just say, oh, so and so had X amount of surgery, and then they put a time frame on it without knowing the severity of the injury.
You guys are so lucky that the Panthers were out of it barely last year, because Barkey was beating science.
Okay.
What do you got?
You sound like a clown. So my all right. I was glad to see, the Dolphins play with physicality. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to be about it. I saw Savaianaya pushing fools, right? I saw Proctor pushing fools. So, like, those combinations where they go left or right, if you can move some people like that, they're going to be able to run the ball. And it was good to see the fact that Devon Achane was running in between the tackles, right? Tired of seeing the stupid sweep. You know what I hate more than anything? 2nd and 12.
Yep.
Right? So I'm glad they set the tone forward and going ahead. Now, I was going to use a different oh no, but I'm going to save it for J-Fig because she better go here. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go, right?
All right.
But my oh no is going to go to the Giants. Like, yo.
Oh, no.
Your Crash Brothers. Take it easy, dude. It's preseason. Right? It's preseason. Let's go. You got a long football 6-7 months. Stop. You complain about getting hosed in a preseason game. Like, relax, dude. When your Bash brother gets in there, tell him to calm down too.
I'm puzzled at the circumstances.
No, you are.
Same behavior.
I think those two should be playing for the Buffalo Bills, jumping off on the tables, right? It would fit right in.
Yeah, the Dudley boys. That's what they are. They're just throwing each other off of the top rope.
So I'm just saying, if you didn't get concussed so much, you wouldn't be on the concussion watch list.
I guess they couldn't be the Dudley boys because they're both intangible. So they need to be like
no, they could be Spike and Bubba, or you could be Big Richard Dudley. I'm not gonna say his nickname.
Jennifer, what's your all right? No.
Well, my all right goes to, I have two of them. So I'm going to go ahead and first start off with Malik Willis for not pulling a Tua this week and upsetting absolutely every fan out there.
Man.
But also to Simone Fontecchio, sorry, for opening a court in honor of his grandfather in Italy. I thought that was very
beautiful.
Very beautiful. And obviously my oh no goes to Hayden Panettiere, passing away at the age of 36.
They said they think it was an overdose.
Possibly, yes. They got a phone call saying she got into cardiac arrest or something like that. But the investigation is still ongoing, but it hit me pretty hard last night when I found out, because I grew up watching her and I loved everything she did. And also I related to her a lot in the sense that she also had lost her brother a couple years ago. And she had this interview where she was talking about the grief that came with it, and I resonated so much with it. So just hearing this really hit home for me.
She was also a Tic Tac. She was very small.
She was a very small woman, yes.
Small woman.
I remember thinking how
very
talented. You didn't know she was
watching her on Nashville.
She has a kid with Vladimir Klitschko.
I do know. They used to live down in Miami. But that was, I think, part of the thing. She's struggled really badly with postpartum, and she ended up giving up custody to him, and she lives in Ukraine. So it was another thing. She had a lot of personal stuff that she was going through.
Yeah.
So very,
she
very
spoke
tragic
about it
story.
all in a book that she wrote and released a couple months ago, back in May, I believe it was.
Yep. Crazy story. Vlad, what's your all right no?
Many all rights and many oh-nos. All right. It was good to watch football. I was actually excited to watch week 1 of preseason football.
Yep.
It's
actually some
we
good
all love
action.
it.
So that was good. Good UFC fight this weekend. I like the UFC card this weekend. UFC
was
was
good.
it 330? It was pretty good.
It was
pretty good.
The co-main event kind of stunk. Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robinson was not a good fight.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. But overall the fights were good. Good WNBA action. So my all right was just for the whole sports weekend. And all right to Cat. Karl Anthony Towns got married this weekend to Jordan Woods. So he's got 2 rings. A wedding ring and an NBA ring.
Very busy NBA wedding season.
I'm saying everybody's tying the knot this summer.
Yep.
So, congratulations to them.
A lot of pressure on 13 to get this thing underway, huh?
No. Yeah, okay. All right, that'll be a -1 for me. My no. Dolphins second unit, man.
Or third, or
listening.
Once you get to 22.
Leroy, I started looking. I'm like, you know what? If this team stays healthy all year, they can win maybe 6 to 9 games. Like, I'm not lying. You can see something. But God forbid there's any injuries. Holy crap. That second and third unit, I know it's $140 million in money to other people, dead money. I get that. But man, dude, I haven't seen holes that wide in a long time. I haven't seen that since freeways.
Depth on this
That's
team
how easy people were going through.
Depth on this team is a puddle, not a pool, dude. It is not deep at all.
Oh my God. So yeah, hopefully these guys develop and they get better, but I don't want to see them early on in the season. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, hopefully they can keep it rolling and we can see everything this weekend. We got a joint practice coming up this week. Canes are getting closer. They scrimmage this weekend. The Marlins, a huge series tonight.
Are they joint practicing with the Giants
Phillies
down here?
Yes, they are. I think Thursday.
All right.
No joint practice with the Falcons next week. But
we knew
does Tua play next week?
The way he played this week, hell yeah.
I don't know. That was
Listen, I had a coach tell me the only guys who look like they are ready for the regular season sit. If you don't look like you're ready for the regular season and need more work, you're not sitting.
Yep.
Now I ask you, did Tua look like he was ready for the regular season?
No.
Okay.
No. But I don't know. I don't know how many preseason games are going to help him. He may be cooked.
Like it looked like he picked up right where he left off, didn't it?
It did. Crazy, man. All right, that's our show, everybody. Enjoy a little Hockman, Crowder, and Solana, and we will talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Tobin, are we gonna go tickle sticking or what?
Hey, yo.
That's going to the montage. Back after this.
Please.
Hey, yo.
Odyssey.